we are starting quarterfinals, best of 7. And here we are with MbL and TaToH. MbL as a red Gurjaras, TaToH as a blue Romance. The cameras will appear very soon because there is some delay. And well, the first question that we had, is there already Romance for TaToH, MbL Gurjaras? Any preference, Mr. Orlu?
So on the one hand, Romans, they like being, boring and just spamming knights with a good economy. Gurjaras, yes, you have great camels to counter that. On the other hand, the Roman infantry have a lot of armor, which is going to make Chakrams not that good if you're trying to dance around the tech tree like we usually see with like a Gurjaras or a Hindustanis or Byzantines, these more counter-oriented civs. So that could be a little bit tricky if it gets to that point, but TaToH's going to need to think outside the knight spam if this goes, assuming this goes towards mid-game, which it probably will, but I trust TaToH in his creativity.
Okay. They will go aggressive. They will wall. Is the map wallable for them? Who has a better map, Orlu?
Well, TaToH has the makings of a modern day Black Forest, and MbL has the Grand Forest of Illinois, my homeland. It's empty. It's flat. So I do like TaToH's map more.
You are starting with jokes in minute 2 of the first game. It's a best of 7, Orlu.
Hey, you're the one who invited me back on. We cast it the other day. You said it was great, and you're like, yeah, let's do it again. Let's run it back. And you reap what you sow, my man.
Why you are so big, man? I removed you're so big now. You scare me, man. No. You are so big there, man. You scare me for sure. Anyway, you are right, man. You are right. You have a point. By the way, the cameras that you see are back now because there was a small crash. And don't make me regret that decision, okay, Orlu? Don't want to kill you, man. Anyway, 4 villas on berries. The plants are going to go up in a moment. This is 19 population. MbL going to be 19 population. But TaToH is going to be faster. MbL a little bit slower. Which usually... MbL is kind of different. We don't see MbL going this 17, 18 population. I think it's always usually going up a little slower, right? Have you noticed that?
Yep. And usually we can attribute that to his walling very early on. Obviously, this, land madness here, you're not going to be fully walling yourself early on, but you can quick wall in your woodlines, and it's just, it's MbL's defensive playstyle. It's what he's good at. It's what he's most comfortable with. MbL makes the game his own, and you just really got to appreciate that as a player.
Will you consider that this map is similar style to an Arabian map or completely different? I'm telling this because we all know how comfortable MbL feel always in those Arabian maps.
Obviously there are differences, but it's Arabia enough. And I think of the most open maps, Sacred Springs, Haboob, and Land Madness. Land Madness is definitely the most Arabia-like.
Okay. We're going to make some change today. And today we're going to go MbL, because there's few water maps. MbL as a red, and we're going to give TaToH yellow. Okay?
Sure.
So we have a good contrast for those maps. MbL will keep the red, and TaToH is going to be with yellow. Okay. We see he's up already. We have the barrack, but late barrack. It's true that he has no wood even to make the stable now. So this is why I wonder sometimes why you go that quick up if at the end you are doing the building at the same time than the other player. Look, even later, MbL is doing the stable faster than his opponent.
Does feel a bit odd because, for those who don't know, if you click up even just a little bit faster than your opponent, but you don't build the building right away, for the entire time that you're researching feudal age, essentially, so 2 minutes in game thereabouts, you won't have that extra villager. So the later you can click up while still being safe, generally speaking, the better your economy is, even if you're doing otherwise the same build.
Okay. Let's see. For now, he's not even doing any building now. He's going all the spearmen. So he want to prioritize the economy? Now the stable. Okay. I don't understand this build order.
You know what? If TaToH walls to the edge of the map, on the right side. I mean, that's a chunky wood line there on to the west of his base. So if he just had some spearmen sort of on that rocky terrain, he could get himself pretty safely set up for Castle Age.
Yeah, but still, you need to wall quite a lot. You know, like he can put the spear there. Yes, he has a big wood line. Then on the right is a lot more open. But well, let's see. MbL is coming with 4 spearmen, 2 scouts, trying to be aggressive. He doesn't know exactly at what time he made the stable. Now he see the stable. Okay.
Well, oddly enough, it is MbL who's being more aggressive. He's actually going on over to gold right now. Both players were also able to pick up the horse collar upgrade, so neither player really committing too hard to the aggression here in game number 1. I mean, it's MbL. He'll just keep making spearmen and going forward with them as best he can. But it seems like both players just kind of feeling each other out. Probably going to want to take this to Castle Age at a pretty reasonable time.
Well, MbL is doing the archery range, so maybe now we'll try to do something else. I'm surprised that MbL... This is what I don't understand from MbL Orlu. Sometimes he just wall all the map. Now, didn't wall anything. How you explain that? And by the way, before you answer this is the all-time series between TaToH and MbL. You can check there. 10 series win by TaToH, 8 by MbL. And look at the game count between those two. Look, the game count all time. In S-tier tournaments, A-tier tournament, 37 to 35. Holy moly. It's close? Super close, Orlu.
Yeah, right around that like 2018 to 2020 timeframe, there was a lot of TaToH versus MbL in tournaments I remember pretty well.
Yeah.
And they always had really good sets. Very interesting clash of play styles. TaToH, much more finesse-focused, strategically focused. MbL, more about playing his own style, tactically, just sort of defending, getting out on the map. So it's always a fun matchup between these two. And yeah, thanks for having me on for this one.
That's my pleasure. As you know, MbL, in general, usually his series are fun to watch. I mean, not... Yeah, you know, nobody is fun to watch all the time, but MbL is kind of a special player. And that's a compliment for sure. We can see now the scouts and the camel going back a little bit. He has the archers. More archers are coming. We always say that we prefer scout and archers than all the composition in Pudelage, and that's what MbL has right now. Micro is going to be really important. That camel is so tanky, so it helps a lot, right, at this point.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 70 HP is pretty wild, and looks like the fight is going to happen, but without MbL's cavalry. So all of those other units are just going to get gobbled up by TaToH's scouts. MbL just thinking better of the engagement, overextending a bit. And yes, as you were saying, MbL is not walled right now, a little uncharacteristic of him, but that's a second Feudal Age Camel Scout. I didn't even know this was allowed.
We don't see it often, right? That people is doing Camel Scout in Feudal Age. But if one was tanky, mine in the second, he has to be careful though. MbL, you need to be careful. He didn't take any hit. Now he's coming with the archers. Both have the fletching. And, oh man. Well, now he's doing a lot of skirmishes, TaToH too. So they're going for a lot more feudal army than I expected. But TaToH has right now 50 population. And he's finally doing the armor. So he's gonna have spears +2. He's committed a lot, Orlu.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, right? Because they both opened so passively. They weren't really focused on getting huge walls down. They were focused mostly on just building their eco, investing in a few units here and there. But, I mean, in this later stage of Feudal Age, they decided to turn up the heat. You have a lot of blacksmith upgrades coming in here for TaToH, getting the super armor on his spearmen, like you were saying there. MbL himself is going to get +1 armor on his infantry. And the Camel Scout, what's nice here is that because your opponent doesn't have archers in the case of MbL, you don't have to worry as much about the no pierce armor for Camel Scouts. The skirmishers just don't deal that much damage. But even so, those spearmen are going to be tough to get rid of as a Camel Scout, very expensive, goes down here.
Yeah, MbL is losing quite some army. If you check the KD, is much better now for TaToH. His micro is going really good now. He's doing even forging. Wow, even forging right now. Still have a lot of spears. Army numbers 2011. 2 bullets, 1 bullet and a half more for TaToH. There's a little bit more idle time from MbL, but yeah, well, 6 seconds, not too much. And the KD is still increasing. more and more. But then you check the resources, and MbL seems to have a little bit more resources in the bank, but not more farmers, right? Now 17 farmers, 19 farmers, they're very equal. And remember, Gurjara's got also those herdables in the mill.
Yeah, basically, again, for those who don't know, after the change post launch, the Gurjara herdables in the mill is basically just like an extra villager on food. So it's a nice little boost, but obviously as you get more villagers in your economy, it's just less and less important. Romans are going to be the ones with the much more consistent economy throughout the entire game, just getting 5% faster on everything. More fights going down here. MbL is actually taking decent-ish fights relative to the fact that he didn't have much of an army, but still, you're getting your eco idled.
No, he's doing okay. He's doing okay because now the numbers in military it just decreased, the difference. And he's using village, that's the only problem. So he's gonna lose a village? No, he's microing well, but using so many village resources, similar. I don't know how he managed that. Even with this village fight and so on, he still managed to have an okay economy and might go up to castles in a similar time. TaToH is gonna go quicker because he has the market, but MbL doesn't have the market. Oh, that's gonna be painful. That's gonna be painful, Orlu.
Yeah, the one bad thing about TaToH's map is he's got a forward gold. I mean, he could have gone for a gold way at the back of his base, but that was too far away, evidently. TaToH double mining camp on the gold at the front. He really wants to make sure he maintains this aggressive position.
Orlu.
He'll be able to do that with a faster castle time, even camping that hill there, which is really cute.
Check TaToH's point of view, and you will understand why he didn't get the gold at the back.
Well, that part of that's a 9 bill start, honestly, right? You have less time to scout your base, right?
Yeah. Never
in
explored.
A 3 bill start regular RM, you can usually scout a bit more.
Never explored that. Okay, well, it's 50 seconds difference. And MbL still have also some army. Is this enough time to make a lot of damage? Well, TaToH is ahead for sure because he didn't even use the stone while MbL forced to make a tower. Might do the damage or not? So many units, man.
TaToH seems to be setting himself up very nicely. He's got sort of that ragtag mix of feudal age units in his army right now, but of course, as we just see so often in the current meta, you hit castle age to good timing, you start getting knights out, you're not really fully walled, of course, ever on this map, and suddenly MbL is going to be very hard pressed to defend. Thankfully, though, he can make some camel scouts on the way up to Castle Age. Those will immediately turn into the Castle Age camels, and they'll help defend against the knights. So MbL is probably fine, he said, with not that much certainty.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing crossbow, botkin arrow. He has good army there, but it's still 35 seconds. Those archers, actually, it's not so many archers. It's only 6 archers. This will be fine, no?
Yeah, like TaToH's army is just so mixed, right? 6 archers, 5 spearmen, 5 scouts, 3 skirmishers. You're not going to upgrade all of those units upon reaching Castle Age. MbL a little bit more streamlined. He's got his 12 archers. Just going to try and keep TaToH at bay while the Watchtower comes in. That is going to be number 2 for him, but that also means no extra TC for him, having to use the market a fair bit. MbL getting camels on the way, as well as his own crossbow plus bodkin combo.
He has to be careful with the scouts in the north. This is going to be now the first village that MbL is losing. He's going to lose already 2 villages down. He's taking out the scout down. He's coming now with knights and crossbows, but the lucky thing is that MbL has the tower. TaToH still have the initiative, but if there is a good player that is very good usually holding in these situations, this is MbL.
For sure, but TaToH behind this, again, it's his economy that is completely streamlined. MbL just not able to cross out on the map. He's not adding extra TCs. TaToH's already on the 2. Super comfortable. That very exposed forward gold is not at all an issue for TaToH if he's never having to defend it. He's just always going to be the one who's out here on the map, and MbL's going to struggle to ever break out of his base.
I mean, he should try to go probably now with the crossbows. He still have the 2 towers defending. He's going for the mining camp in the north. He still have also 4 spears there that probably he forgot about. What is he doing? Oh, another tower. Well, MbL, no shame to go towers. You know, he's doing the towers there to defend, and now he's going to the counterattack. I like that counterattack.
Assuming that tower is going to be sufficient to defend the north side of his base, but TaToH's kind of making a beeline over there with his cavalry units, and I mean, there's only a few crossbowmen here. TaToH might feel comfortable up to the camp underneath the tower. Crossbowmen now crossing the map here for MbL. There's a scorpion on the way for TaToH, but MbL is not going to find any damage just yet.
Yeah, but he's trying to kill the knights, and he's killing the knights because those knights are not +2, as you can see. Second knight almost down. The key didn't kill it. He has more crossbows. The counter-attack is good, but now TaToH, as you mentioned, sit down also in 2 tone centers. He has bows of the 2. MbL got wheelbarrow, and this crossbows is still from TaToH at home. Population difference is not that big, but it's still TaToH having all the initiative. It's more about the village numbers than the army. A lot of crossbows, and now gonna do even university ballistic. Seems that MbL want to go heavily on army because he feel that is what he need at the moment. I mean, he's not even thinking on going out for a second tone center, Orlu.
And this is here where we can see a bit of a difference between surviving and thriving. MbL is surviving right now, but where is he going in this game? I mean, sure, you can get ballistics for your crossbowmen, that's nice, but TaToH has a very good defensive setup right now, especially once that third TC comes down. He's got a bunch of scorpions. Those can climb even faster with Romans. And then TaToH should just, steamroll MbL if this game continues like this.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, if MbL was here with only 1 TC and a lot more army than his opponent, but that's the thing. TaToH has a lot of army, so if he's not able to do some damage, that maybe he's trying to sneak. You see how he's going with the archers, but look at the wood lines here. He's trying to go around that he can, because that wood is going to the edge of the map. Skillbard and armor ballistic, he's gonna go full army. He's gonna try to go very aggressive, but TaToH has a lot of scorpions at home. TaToH is super well set up. I don't know how he can make really big damage, Marlo, to the Spaniard.
Not unless TaToH's really caught out of position, and he is starting to send his army across the map. This could be what MbL is looking for, but TaToH does have Town Watch, so theoretically, he will see the units incoming. Skirmisher is getting cleaned up at the back of MbL's base. That isn't too big of a deal. We have 25 crossbowmen here for MbL. TaToH knows what's going on. He's going to be able to evacuate his villagers without any issue, and this should be one of the decisive moves that puts TaToH at an insurmountable advantage.
That's definitely brutal. As you can see, he's going with the crows. 1 village down, 2 villages down. He's going to try to kill more, but the scorpions are coming. Those archers are also with the +2, but he's not an oath. Orlu is not an old army. In mind that he's going now with the knights and the scorpions, he might be able to clean those crows in the south. Big time. Look at the scorpion on the left. The knights are there. It's true that he's with ballistic, but he's going to try to kill as much knights as possible, but it's definitely going to be clean now.
Yeah, MbL's army is better than TaToH's probably in a straight-up fight, but of course you just have these situations where the crossbowmen, when you go for a counterattack with them, they're not really able to retreat very effectively as they're kind of slow. And you can see that the knights able to run in defensively, clean up all of those units, no problem. MbL can't even push forward because of all the scorpions. TaToH's own crossbowmen, and TaToH, he's ahead, and he is just making sure that there is no possible way he loses this game.
And imagine now, Orlu, TaToH doing for those scorpions ballistic as well. That probably is what he's thinking now. Doing the university, we'll have crobos and scorpions with ballistic. He's doing a castle at home, and TaToH, it's in a domination mode activated for the first game. I know, hand card already for MbL, doing finally the third TC, but he's 23 villages behind. Orlu. 23.
Yeah, that's a big ask for MbL to try and make a comeback happen. TaToH scooping up relics. Has the map control. Outposts I love. And it's just TaToH's playing this so safe and so smart. He got that early lead. Other than his golds, he has a very defensive map. So what you do is you just slap all the army you have on that one exposed area of your base. So MbL isn't going to be able to attack there. And then everything else is just very safe and you're getting further ahead.
Yeah, he's getting some radar in the north, as you can see, with a couple of bullets taken. And he's going to make the TC now. He still have a good army, but minute 31 with 9 bullets to start, 9 farmers. 9 farmers. I know you have hand card. They might be very, very effective, but 9 farmers, Orlu, is too little. Really too little. 30 bullets more for TaToH. And game number 1, except that MbL is doing, I don't know, might happen. This is a game for TaToH to lose, not for MbL to win.
Yeah, and this is kind of the issue that MbL runs into with his playstyle, is that if MbL falls behind, it's kind of tough for him to make some comebacks happen that against players that are just going to be booming more and getting ahead. because MbL himself is more accustomed to playing defensively and playing passively, taking efficient fights and getting it to the late game. But that's just not going to work against players this good if they continue to play safe and get further ahead, which is exactly what TaToH's doing.
Yeah, and also, what transition you do if you were in even position with Gujaras, they don't get Arbalest. So,
Nah.
And his army is just crossbows right now. Would be awkward situation anyway. I mean, the good thing that since he has a lot of army, TaToH cannot really attack MbL. Right, Orlu? I mean, he cannot really attack either because he has so many units. So I believe what TaToH need to keep going is some army and then go up to Imperial.
Yeah, I think that would make the most sense. I mean, you have a far better eco as TaToH right now, so how is that going to manifest itself? Is it going to be with a huge Castle Age army? That feels a little risky and needless. You're pretty well set up defensively. Just click up to Imperial Age, make sure that you're going to not die. And that it seems to be exactly what TaToH is doing. Again, very just smart, safe plays here from our yellow player.
Oh my god, look at the economy he has, TaToH. TaToH has a crazy economy. He's on the way to Imperial. He has a stone to make a second castle. Those Scorpions has already ballistic. And this first quarterfinal from Warlords 3 is getting in to probably the end of the first game. Because with 30 ballists more and these crazy Scorpions, what the MbL can do. We know that he has a crazy micro with the mangonels, but he has only one, Orlu. Only one mangonel. And TaToH army is scary.
That is a very scary army. There really isn't a lot of meat to it. It's just sort of the siege units and a few supporting crossbowmen. So that's like the only little concern I have. I mean, if MbL just popped over with like 6 or 7 Trivamtra Riders, that would be not something TaToH has a good time dealing with. But that's not really the case right now for MbL. He is just a little too far behind economically. We got another castle incoming. And here's the big transition for TaToH, getting that sort of chunky frontline unit. And that is going to be in the form of the Legionary.
The Legionaries are going to dominate completely. I don't know what MbL's reaction is going to have when he sees that his opponent is up to Imperial Age. Because he's far from going there. He's doing now Bloodless and Chambered in armor, but that castle on his face. Let's go to his point of view, fog of war. He can't see it, and he has no way to stop this one. Oh my god, the castle! From MbL! Orlu!
It's a very safe castle.
Really safe. It's almost in your city.
It's like the TC from Barrels on Grapple yesterday. It's like right at the edge of the map.
Did you see that Tone Center? My goodness.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, it's... I mean, look at the resources for TaToH. Like, he never was attacked at home, basically. And as you mentioned, if you play this defensive gameplay against TaToH, TaToH is not going to have a lot of problems in the cities, honestly.
Exactly. And this is just something I think MbL struggles with. He fell behind early. His map was, yes, it was more open than TaToH's. MbL taps out there. TaToH, very dominant performance in game number 1. It's like he read MbL like a book, perfectly adapted to his playstyle, got ahead, and just played safe from there. Beautifully done.
Yeah, he did absolutely great. I mean, what we can analyze here, like, when one player has 9,000 resources more, the analysis is over. No? I mean... Yeah.
I mean, what was that Sebastian versus Yo game? He had like 30,000 more resources.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And well, he more or less, maybe, at some point you were thinking, maybe he can't come back. It wasn't the case.
Oh, no, I was never thinking that.
Yeah, man. He was having some good units. It was the enclosed map, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the seeding is 4 and 9. That's the seeding for the Flyers. It will be there in the next game. Okay, so what is going to be the next, Mr. Orlu? What do you think is going to be now?
Clearing.
Oh, already there. Damn. Very nice. Very, very nice.
All right, so what are we thinking as far as civs go? We saw Bengalis and Spanish yesterday between Doubt and Barrels, I believe. I don't think we'll be seeing Spanish here, as you'd save Spanish for Nomad, but I mean, TaToH has a lot of flexibility in his draft. And I mean, something we always have to talk about with TaToH is he is, I think, hands down, just the best drafter of any top level player. And, none of his picks are super obvious, which I love.
Turks and Spanish is the civs. Those are the civs. It is
the Lepanto matchup.
Turk and Spanish. Oof. I mean, in Arena, I would say that I prefer Turks, but in this map, maybe Spanish is better.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
how they play.
Like you on Arena, I just prefer Turks. On Fortified Clearing, I think it's just very even. So, yeah, it's a perfectly fine matchup.
Yeah, depend definitely how they're going to be playing, because the good thing now is that with the change we did, any strategies can be viable. No? Like Tower Rush, even Feudal, some aggression, going around. Obviously, going around is take a while because it's super long path, you know, but ay. Okay, let's wait here, guys. Because remember, guys, that the previous scene, they are live already playing, and I don't want that you see them so focused with the live one. This is now 50 seconds away from going to kill in this map. I would love to see monks with the Inquisition, man.
I just want to see a game with 50 conversions, and I would love to be casting that with you, Mem, because
Okay.
that's just PKOE right there.
But you think that if that happened, I'm gonna let you talk?
Oh no, it just makes my job easy. I just sip my coffee, put my feet up on my my bed, and just let you go to town.
You know, when there is some this craziness, because you know that when I get excited, I have to apologize in advance. You know, sorry, Orlo, sorry, okay, just sorry. You know, for the start, I'm chilling, and the previous game was one of those games that it wasn't so aggressive. It was more a macro game at the end.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Let's go for the next game. We're starting already game number 2. And, okay, well, we will let blue, let blue and red, and then we will change only the color then in the water map, because some people was like, oh, yellow is too high, and, well, let's keep this, the original colors. And then only in the water maps, when we don't see the galleys, we change the color. TaToH Spanish, MbL as a Turks. Well, remind to the people that there is 9 relics, 5 in the middle, in between the players. Oh, by the way, they are fairly close.
Yeah, they're pretty close as far as all things are considered. But honestly, I want to talk about Turks in general, because it feels like they have a 100% pick rate and a 0% ban rate. I completely made that statistic up, but it feels like it in the main event so far.
Is it weird?
And it just feels like they're so strong with the all-ins, and especially I think the players that are more comfortable on closed maps should just ban Turks, because like what we saw from Sebastian, I bet Sebastian doesn't play like much Arena at all, other than just, you know, Turk or Portuguese all-ins.
Exactly.
And
that's a good point.
I feel like you just need to start banning that away, and I feel like if TaToH just banned Turks and maybe Portuguese, I think they were banned, but yeah, just ban Turks, like MbL's probably not going to be feeling very comfortable.
Yeah, because the 7 bans purpose, Orlo, and everyone that is watching, it's about try to ban civilizations that is very strong in one specific map. And I feel that some of the bans are 3 bans that are going to be affected in the same map. You know, 3 civilizations that could be very strong in the open map or in the semi-open. You know what I mean? Well, then they are ignoring, for example, the Turks. Because if they are picking it all the time and Turks kind of can dominate all the time, why is not being banned at all?
Players realize
TaToH has 1 builder less.
Yeah, TaToH's got 1 builder less.
Okay, they are restarting. They are back already. They are back already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember, guys, relax. There is too many spec delayed. You know, the admins already told me, and they are back in a moment because he has 1 builder less. There you go. Okay, they probably started already.
And they did indeed.
Yeah, they started already. Well, it's a pity because that map generation was fun.
Yeah, it was pretty aggressive.
Yeah, it was a very nice one. Now I wouldn't be surprised that they are super far. Maybe because of that generation that close is because there is some 1 bullet less or something. Sometimes it get bugged, you know, because in the generations, the maps for the opponents, I know something that this is in circles, you know, and then maybe the circle overlap the circle of the other player, and then you don't get ability because of that. Stuff like this.
That's a T West question.
I know.
I'm sure could give you a very detailed answer.
Yeah. Don't worry. Now, let's move on.
I just know the stuff spawns on the map. Sometimes it doesn't spawn correctly and you need to restart.
Yeah.
On the one hand, this, if this indeed goes, not as aggressive as the last generation, still, Spanish Turks late game could be really fun, especially with lots of gold available for both civs. So, I mean, this should be a fun matchup in general.
Yeah. And in late game, what it could be, actually, I don't know, man.
Ooh.
Now it's fine.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Everyone with villages, as you can see here now. Everyone with the 9 villages, with all the resources, all good. They are now a little bit farther, but it's still fairly close in this map, right? So it's more or less the same. A little bit farther than before, but similar.
It's different, but similar.
Yeah. What is the relics? He has 2 relics outside on the right. Then we have 2 relics on the left. Kind of fair distribution also, with 5 relics in the middle. So as fair as a map can be, probably this one it is, right? It seems okay. Coal and stone.
I mean, it's like a little bit better for TaToH because he's got the 2 relics closer on the outside, but MbL has 1 relic closer on the inside. Generally speaking, I think relic distributions on closed maps are a little overrated in how much of a difference they make. I mean, usually with map gens these days, they're fine enough that it's not going to be too game decisive.
Yeah. I mean, only if one player get 8 relics and the other one, right? Like, then, okay. Yeah. Then it's a problem.
I mean,
yeah.
Obviously.
That will be a disaster. Anyway, let's see what they do. For now, 4 villages on wood for MbL, 2 only for TaToH. When you see that one player has 2 villages only on wood and he's already housed and doing the loom, well, that was a mistake, but with 2 villages on wood, might he go Tower Rush? But Tower Rush against MbL, I don't know. He will feel good.
Yeah, I like the idea of tower rushing Turks, though. Anything that you can do to prevent Turks from skipping to Castle Age, right? Turks, they don't like being in Dark Age. They don't really have any bonuses. They don't really like being in Feudal Age. They would much rather be in Castle Age where their gunpowder options open up, where you get the free light cav and all that. So just trying to keep MbL from playing that game with Turks, I think is always a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's see. Let's see what is going to be now. We have the deer already there. Well, by the way, I see that some people, and someone has messaged me because I don't know how I do this run. People has been asking me a lot, also some messages on YouTube, some messages even in private messages in Instagram and Twitter, which I'm very bad with that. I'm sorry, and I always see this super late. If you want to support the channel, there is a comment, exclamation mark donate, and there is a panel below the stream, and then you can do it there. And then, well, the price will be increased. You can see the price at the top left corner. And then we have a very, very ambitious goal that you can see there because we have an overlay for that when some people are going to support price. And you can put exclamation mark price, and then you have all the information. It's a new comment that my beautiful mods has done. I can't believe, Orlo, that I said beautiful mods,
We hear the AoE community scrape the bottom of the barrel when it comes to mods sometimes, but they'll pull through us when they need to.
Yeah, seriously. Anyway, that's the way to do it. And TaToH is going Tower Rush, which is good, right? Because you can build how faster the towers, Mr. Orlo?
30%.
Okay, I like to argue that because I know that you know all the numbers, right?
Well, I mean, to be fair, that number has been in the game since 2000, so I've had a lot of years to memorize that number.
Okay. Well, they changed a lot, so I'm kind of cuckoo with the numbers already. Really.
No, I get lost in the balance patches.
Have you seen? Sorry, that build pathing? Like, I don't know if you click it there, but those villages are looking a little bit drunk, man. Oh my lord.
Did you see the clip of John Slow trying to bring his villagers forward on Arena and they just wouldn't leave his base? It was so tragic.
Oh, look, it's a Microsoft tournament. The pathing is great.
Oh, yeah.
Pathing is great. Okay. Oh my god. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Vamos. And now he's going to wall the Palisade Gate. He's going down super fast. That's why he's going out with a couple of houses. He has the loom. No loom for TaToH. He did the tower to to don't spoil himself. And now the tower on his wall is not the best tower because he's not the closer to the range, right? But still, I think that TaToH will be inside eventually, right?
Well, I mean, you built the tower next to the gate, and the gate does have more line of sight than the walls by a significant margin. So, I mean, I think secrecy was not high on TaToH's priority list, especially with the feudal age timing as Spanish on this map. I mean, the gig's kind of already up as soon as MbL sees TaToH has advanced to the feudal age. So just trying to bust in. But we see here, MbL doesn't exactly have a safe stone. He's researching Loom, he's getting his eco upgrades, he's not going to be going for the castle age. So in that context, TaToH has already been successful.
Yeah, well, the thing is that MbL is now going to make the tower here. And let's see.
TaToH should be up faster thanks to the aforementioned faster working villagers. He does have 5 vills forward, going to be able to comfortably fire from all the arrows if possible, no fletching, no problem. And because of the quick walls around the base of the tower, MbL is going to be unable to rush it down with vills.
Oh, he has to be careful. Look how he's trying to micro with the scout, trying to do the damage there. The scout is gonna go down for both, no, for TaToH. So, right now he's gonna build fighting in that area. Still MbL with better resources. But this is usually what you want, right? You were talking about it. You want to do this when you are against Turks. Don't let them go smooth to the next age. But he still seems to be ahead. So, who's in a better position now?
Yeah, so far, a very nice defense from MbL. Yes, the scout did take a lot of damage, but remember, you get the extra pierce armor on the Turk scouts from the very beginning of the game, so taking a little bit less damage from the tower is just something you are going to be happy with. TaToH going to be going for maybe some of the builds forward. Something actually people don't know about the Spanish repair or build bonus is that it does not let you repair faster. You repair at the same speed as every other civ, so it's strictly build speed bonus.
Very good play there by MbL. Very good play there by MbL. Defending really well. He's doing a second tower there, which I like it a lot. TaToH is coming, but he walled a lot here. He's microing really, really well. He's still repairing. He's not losing anything. He will have the second tower there. And I don't think TaToH can achieve too much anymore. Don't know what you think.
Yeah, it seems like TaToH's ability to get damage done seems to have passed at this point. So far, good defense from MbL. So long as he can get a semi-decent castle age time, he should be in a beautiful spot in this game. It's not like TaToH's dead right now, but he's definitely not thriving. And this could very well be the second Tower Rush Turks in as many days that is going to fall flat on its face.
Yeah. Well, if you have TaToH a little bit more farms, it's not going to mine gold there. The tower is gone. But now he's still doing the farms, double task, horse collar. And as you mentioned, he has very good resources here. Really nice resources. And why this is happening, people might ask. Well, remember that TaToH has been sending many villages forward, and those villages are not working for a while. That's why MbL has more resources, basically. Collected 500 resources more. Or that's quite a lot for the time it is.
It is for sure. He's going to be building a market on the outside of his base, which is a little weird, but, well, you know, you got to set up efficient trade routes.
It's MbL. He takes decisions that are unique, you know?
Yes.
Seriously,
for sure.
Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense, the market there. Well, maybe he want to use it like an outpost, maybe?
Okay.
He's the building now. He see if he's coming here with some tower, but he's up to castle.
Oh, he's going to go forward?
But TaToH is fine. Like, after wheelbarrow, he might be able to go up. He's doing the market already. Stone walls. Stone walls on the side, but as you mentioned, he's going to go forward with siege. He's going forward, MbL. Oh, wow. You like it?
I thought he'd just pop down a bunch of vills on stone and go for a castle drop, but
this is
that
good
is
for TaToH, in my
evidently
opinion.
not the plan.
Yeah, I think this is good for TaToH.
Yeah.
He's gonna make the market. He's waiting for that. He's doing one player more. He will buy the resources. Will go up, and then gonna make his own barrack. No, this is good for TaToH. I think this is a mistake. He's gonna go this table. We'll try to go siege and get inside, but it's a lot more easier to defend against this kind of aggression than if you make a castle and Janissars.
Yeah, I mean, TaToH himself has 4 vills on stone. Now, he's still pretty far away from castle levels of stone in the bank, but as you're saying, he should be fine. TaToH has the barracks. He can make some defensive spearmen. The one thing, though, that is going to be going for MbL in this play is that TaToH does not know that it's coming. So TaToH theoretically will have a pretty easy time defending against it, relatively speaking, but he doesn't know about it right now, so it could still be extremely effective.
Yeah. Let's see what is gonna happen. Pretty sick, guys. It's gonna get better. I agree. Do you agree with the last guy that donated? He said, Orlu. He said this. Warlord 3 already amazing and will only get better. I think so. It will only get better, and hopefully with close cities. For me, it's the most important. You know, that those are close cities with good competition between the players, right, Orlu? It's the best.
Exactly. I mean, it's close series is what makes any sport or esport compelling, right? No one wants to see a bunch of one-sided sets. But look at this. The Light Cav are in. They are going to be going after the villagers. That extra Pierce armor is just so handy to have. And suddenly, this is looking pretty awkward for TaToH. You actually have a Scorpion coming out from MbL. I kind of thought that would be a Mangonel or a Ram.
Okay,
even
now I like
some builds forward.
Now I like the strategy. I said that I didn't like it, but TaToH didn't expect this. And he's killing all these villagers that he got outside. This is absolutely sick. Yeah, look how he's gonna take all the villagers on the goal. We'll take the villagers on the tower as well. I mean, if TaToH is doing a castle, he's already so many villagers behind. Oh, so many villagers behind. Amazing play by MbL.
Yeah, I mean, the Light Cav completely catching TaToH off guard, and that was the big thing right there. Because if TaToH had seen the stable, like if it was just placed in MbL's base, then TaToH probably would have brought the villagers back, or at the very least had a bunch of spearmen forward to help protect them. But obviously that's not the case. TaToH completely caught off guard by MbL's forward here. He's going to need to make some conk nonsense to work to make this win happen for him, because right now MbL is in a fantastic spot.
In a very good position for sure. Thank you so much. Vamos with the support. Awesome. Well, look at the mining camp here with the goal. He wall till the edge of the map, TaToH. And what can still do TaToH now? Because are you going for some extra TCs? Or since you have now a castle and the conks, you try to mass conks and go all army since you know that you have lost so many villagers? This is a tricky situation for TaToH.
I don't think you can add TCs in this point. I mean, MbL is just going to be too far ahead of you economically. Your chance in this game is likely just going to involve overrunning MbL with Conquistadors, and, you know, yes, MbL has a bunch of Light Cav, they get that extra Pierce armor, they're still not great against Conquistadors, and MbL himself is very far away from a castle. It's not like he's going to have a Cav Archer transition anytime soon, so TaToH can still make this work.
But MbL is going more economy, so he's not thinking on going for the fast Imperial, so he's thinking to increase even the economy advantage, which can be fine, but if TaToH is now going full army, then can be tricky here.
I mean, it's TaToH's best shot to win this game. It's a long shot for TaToH in any situation to win from here, but TaToH is going to be setting himself up as best he possibly can. He's grabbing a monastery at home. Having relics support a very low villager count is super nice for your economy. And MbL looking to do the same. He's going to go 3 TCs.
Yeah, okay. 3 TCs. So TaToH is going to try to get probably all the relics. And what about more conks, few monks, and then a second castle forward? And then TaToH, if he's doing that, need to go all in, or just go to Imperial as soon as possible. This is tricky. Let's see what TaToH is going to be able to do. He's going in now with the conks, trying to make some damage.
Well, MbL does have both the towers and the TC to help defend against the conks, but of course, Devotion is in the game, and it's a very fun upgrade when facing strong, unique units like the Conquistadors.
Did he make Devotion?
It can make your life miserable.
Did he make Devotion, TaToH? He's doing now.
Now he is.
He's doing now. He's doing now. Okay. Very important. Very important. He's walling on the left. He's walling on the right. He's going to be walled completely. He has already 10 villages more. And wheelbarrow, but hand card already for MbL. MbL always feels good in these maps, really. He feels so good in these maps. When he has to defend, and he's about defending because he's coming very aggressive, he usually do this way. Very good.
Yeah, and like if we think all the way back to the draft, we were thinking, okay, MbL picking maps he's not traditionally gone, because this was MbL's home map pick, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I mean, MbL versus TaToH on Arena.
No. This wasn't MbL home map.
Oh, this was TaToH's home map?
This is TaToH's home map.
Oh, why didn't he just pick Arena against MbL?
Yeah. This is
This
TaToH
feels like
home
MbL's
map.
best map of the closed maps in a 1v1 setting.
And this is TaToH home map. We were talking about the categories, like Sims, and I was talking with you before, like since TaToH in some of those categories, sorry, MbL, feels good with any of the maps. He went for picking the water, you know, and the nomadic, you know, as his home maps. And the other doesn't care because, as you can see, this is TaToH home map. MbL lost the first game, and instead of picking his own home map, he's picking TaToH home map, and he's doing really well. So it's crazy.
Absolutely. He's got 50% more vills than his opponent. The watchtowers, even just some palisade walls, the monks, they are going to be sufficient in driving the conks away, unless MbL isn't paying attention and loses his monks for no reason whatsoever. Well, that's certainly not great for him. You can always make conk nonsense happen as the conks, they're going to shrug off the TC fire for now. No fletching in. And that's exactly the last thing you want to have happen if you're MbL.
Yeah, well, this is the problem here. Why he didn't wall? Because if you think about this, Orlu, he could be fully wall in front. But now, he's losing all the army. MbL has literally 0 army, bloodlines, armor for TaToH. And look at the score right now. More economy is doing now a castle at home. He will defend with those Janissars. But now TaToH is doing extra town center. And what he's trying to do is to try to deny it and kill the most villains possible, because he knows that he still needs to catch up the economy.
At least there aren't any more conks that can run in because of the castle, so that's something TaToH needs to be careful not to lose them for free, which he does not. Some Janissaries are on the way. Some people are asking about Janissaries versus Conquistadors. Generally speaking, the conks will win. Jannies do have the extra range, though, which can be quite helpful. Less extra range than they used to have when Jannies had 8 range, but yeah, it's still actually a pretty good matchup for the Conquistador, at least in Castle Age.
Yeah, the conks are so good, man. And with Valdez and armor, you know, look how he's killing. They are sick. The mobility is insane. They are so beautiful units, man. Oh! And now he's doing why he's doing the TC there, I don't understand. I mean, he's gonna make it, you know, but it's a unnecessary risk. You can do at the back. Well, it's true that he has also conks in the other side. He's kinda stuck right now, MbL, in that little area. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of awkward for both players, because the conks can't really get that much done right now. At least not any of the reinforcing Conquistadors. The ones in the back are still annoying, but neither player can really click up to Imp either, so... yeah, it's kind of awkward for both players.
Or look, TaToH has better farming from a long time ago, while MbL now is relocating some villages on goal. But he had like 30 villages on goal 1 minute ago. You know, 30 seconds ago. His economy is definitely not the most balanced. I know that he has 3,000 resources more collected. But TaToH is being annoying. He's doing damage. He's still raiding more and more. He needs to go back. Look at those. Now beautiful battle between Kongs and Janissars. And the micro is going to matter a lot. I'm going to tell you something. If the Spanish player and civilization is going to go up to Imperial faster than MbL, careful, because TaToH has right now 4 relics already, and if you take, let's say, 2-3 more, he might with 6-7 relics. He can still boom behind this, and oh boy, oh really boy, is still killing villages. Look at the Echo KD now. It's already in favor to TaToH. Can have a chance to still be in the game. Look at the score.
For sure. I mean, right now, yes, MbL is ahead in all resources collected. But at the same time, his eco is in a pretty awkward spot. He just has a ton of vills on gold. It's just not a very efficient economy all around. That said, TaToH is adding in more eco. He's adding the 4th TC right now. Not going to try and get up to Imp just yet.
Yeah, but this is the good thing with this map. Turks on Arena, maps that are really close, you know, might be a lot better. They are very good here too. But you can expand your economy here. It's not like, okay, you got the bomber cannons and you are immediately dead because you are locked down. It's not. And TaToH now, with 18 Conquistadors on the field, look at the food and look at the goal he has. He's about to go up to Imperial, and TaToH, Orlu, is playing absolutely amazing after losing those villages and surprised by MbL. What is this? Awesome play by the Spaniard.
Well, I mean, MbL screwed up, right? He let the conks run into the back of his base. He took 16 villager losses. Yeah, I mean, he's still ahead, but he's not as ahead as he could be economically. And TaToH, having spent less resources on villagers, is going to be able to get much better Imperial Age timing.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. He's on the way to Imperial. He's ahead in population, in village number. But in timing and momentum, not anymore. Orlu, not anymore. And he did created so many Kongs. It's crazy. He only needed to wall in front and avoid these Kongs to be inside, because these Kongs, they have killed Orlu 18 units in total, 7 villages. Is doing a massacre here. And he's gonna switch into monks. Redemption as well. Oh my god. Amazing play.
We have some mangonels here to help MbL defend, and at the very least, TaToH doesn't have a forward castle. If MbL is able to mass enough Janissaries to at least keep TaToH back in his base and have to slowly push out across the map with like Conks and Bombards,
oh my god,
then perhaps MB has a chance, but yeah, this just, it went from like a dominating position to maybe you can make it work position.
Maybe he overconfident, right? Because, okay, I'm gonna start to make TCs, I'm booming, I have the big advantage. Now he's losing those Kongs, TaToH, not good. Okay, lost them all. But honestly, I mean, if you are 20 villages behind now, you have 5 relics. I think TaToH Taker now is better. Like, I mean, better. He's up to Imperial already. He's behind in village, but 5 relics, and gonna go now a few monks. He still have Kongs, trebuchets. He can drop a castle forward soon. Oh man, he has 2 minutes and a half. He's doing siege workshop forward, MbL, but don't think he's expecting that TaToH is gonna be in Imperial.
Well, but this is what I was saying. If you have a big blob of Janissaries, you can at least keep TaToH at home and buy yourself time for Imp. The difference between TaToH hitting Imp with only a castle at home versus hitting Imp with a castle forward is enormous. The Jannies still have the map control in the middle. TaToH actually with another castle over there on the left side of his base, along with some Conks. Not really gonna get some counterattack damage than it seems. Some light cav are coming in too. So, it's not the end of the world for MbL.
Okay, but now those Kongs are going to be +4. And when he gets all together, look at this micro, he's dancing. The Kongs are dancing, man. You know that the Spanish, we are good dancers, man. You know that, Orlu?
Yes, of course. That's why you have the...
What you gonna say?
The anachronistic flamenco music in the Spanish jingle of AOC.
Okay, that's good. Flamenco, that's good. That was the answer I was expecting.
Yeah.
Anyway, look at those Kongs. You have to be careful. He has few petards, and he's gonna break on the left. He's gonna break on the left with the petards, so he's gonna still doing more and more rate. Still, MbL still have a very good population, and now bomber cannons will happen. I like what TaToH is going to do, but stopping the forward push that now MbL is gonna put is not gonna be easy, Orlu. So this game is far from over.
Absolutely. We have light cav coming in, and although TaToH does have a nice blob of conquistadors that are about to be fully upgraded, he has no real accompaniment to that. He got like some monk upgrades, but theoretically Turks should still have a stronger army if they have gold accessible. Artillery immediately here for MbL upon reaching the Imperial Age before he even trains the gunpowder unit.
Oh my god, 14 range already. But now the Kongs are inside. He's breaking in a moment. He's walling a little, but the Kongs are there. He's gonna try to kill as much as he can. Ay. That he has chemistry, now chemistry. TaToH himself, the score is still almost the same. MbL, even if he lost so many villages, you can see how strong was his advantage, that he is still ahead, Orlu. He is still ahead with this KD that is in favor to TaToH. Well, ahead in population. I don't know if he's really ahead in the game or not. Oh man, this is a brutal game.
I had to pick a player's position, I'd still pick MbL's. He has the better long-term transition set up militarily. I mean, TaToH does have 5 relics, which is pretty sick, although most of them are quite far forward. MbL, he's getting that siege component to his army right away. TaToH isn't. He's still entirely focused on raiding. The Jannies are going to be walking back home. We have Elite Janissary on the way. Super important upgrade now. And you got the Hussars as that meat shield.
Yeah, but he still have Kongs at home as well. Still trying to kill more village population. Still MbL with more population. He has to be careful. Those Kongs are amazing, but those bomber cannons with 14 range are gonna be deadly. For now, and bomber cannons will appear also from TaToH, I believe. Remember that they don't have the range, but they attack also faster. So a lot of micro involved is gonna be happening here in the late game. What composition you prefer here? Because Spanish has also a lot of options. They have Hussars, they have Halves, they have monks fully upgraded. They have everything. MbL has
They've got
Janissars.
archers.
Yeah, Cap archers too. Well,
No, just archers.
you saw.
Regular
Oh
old
well,
archers.
I thought. Yeah, I was like, okay, he's trolling me, and you definitely are trolling me. They have archers too, but except that, they have everything, man.
Yeah, basically. Got good stuff there. The cannon numbers are steadily climbing though from MbL. I love the double siege workshop. In this sort of game, range and siege are absolutely critical. I mean, I love the petard bust from TaToH. It is annoying for MbL, but there we go. It's my favorite building in the game. The Bombard Tower is on the way. Oh, boy.
Well, MbL always doing that, but now he's coming with the Kongs. He doesn't want to lose the bomber cannons, but now the Kongs are coming. He's gonna try to kill. They are so expensive. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down. He's gonna kill them all, and now Cavaliers. And you know what army he has to stop Cavaliers and Conquistadors? The Spearmen. He got the Spearmen. He killed all the bomber cannons. How many bomber cannons alive, Orlu?
0. But
0.
that was still fairly
goodness.
expensive for TaToH. And Jannies, I mean, Elite Jannies are not the worst in the world versus Cavaliers. It's a big old number of Janissaries, and now the Bombard Towers are coming in as well. They already have artillery. And if you don't have Trebs or Siege Rams, Bombard Cannons themselves are not going to cut it.
Definitely not. Definitely not, but I believe that now TaToH can make supremacy as well. With villagers, you know, keep booming, do supremacy, go Trebs, go Rams. I don't know, man. This is what we wanted. An imperial battle between those two civilizations that is so much fun. Orlu, really, really fun. But what TaToH else can do here? Trebuchet is what he's doing right now.
He needs something, though, right? You can't just make conquistadors and win a game, no matter what people on ladder might do.
Yeah,
I mean, you got the Bombard Towers here just laying down that long-range artillery, and, I mean, TaToH, he's going to start losing his castles, his conquistador factories. He's going to start to get pushed towards the edge of the map, and he's going to start losing his relics. 4 of his 7 are very far forward.
Yeah, well, he's trying to send it back. He's moving them a little bit. The bomber cannons are now trying to kill those buildings. The castle is gonna be down. Those crazy bomber cannons are just brutal. You can see how strong the Turks are in Imperial in late game. And look at now how he's taking the bomber cannons or trying. Crazy range. Paladin upgrade. Paladin upgrade is not a bad upgrade here, but how you gonna kill that? You need so many Paladins, right? You need so many, and he got 2 Cavaliers right now. Oi, oi, oi.
I mean, yes, Paladins in general are fairly good against Turks, at least so long as they don't have heavy camels, but we're still closing in on 50 elite Janissaries, and Janissaries able to retreat towards the safety of a Bombard Tower matrix is pretty good still. You got more BBTs coming forward. I mean, this is a pure MbL game right here. TC's getting shelled by the Bombard Cannons, of which there are now 5 for our red player. And as you're saying, TaToH, he might be researching the Tech Paladin, but the actual number of those units is still very low.
I mean, 53 elite Janissars, 5 bomber cannons with 14 range, more and more bomber towers. MbL is leaving his signature on this game. Absolutely. How you can forget a game like this, Orlu? You don't? I mean, you remember this kind of gameplay, right? Because it's unique. We don't see this so often. But now, he's coming with what? TaToH is coming with 15 Paladins, Conquistadors. He's gonna be able to do the job and kill those. He's trying to go with the Kongs. The Paladins is a no. The mind if he's cleaning this army now. But these Bomber Towers, Elite Janissars. Oh my god. Super expensive
this is where
units.
Numbers matter. This is where the Bombard Towers matter. They do have ballistics, and yes, guys, ballistics does affect Bombard Towers, even though it's kind of unintuitive. You have the Paladins. They just aren't quite enough. You're doing a fairly nice job of sniping siege, but that is obviously so expensive.
Well, all is expensive here.
TaToH just not taking efficient fights.
All is expensive here now, because all the army that MbL is losing is also expensive, but still he still have a lot of army. And on the right, oh, he was doing a castle with 2 villages, but MbL is there and doing a bomber tower already to deny that one. That's crazy. Let's see now. Still have good army. I mean, his Kongs and Paladins not fully upgraded. They are not with all the attack. He has the armor, but these bomber cannons and the Janissars are being insanely good. Insanely good, man. This is crazy. But honestly, what he's helped the most, I think, is the towers.
Yep. I mean, the Bombard Towers are doing what they were made to do. They're anchoring down this push. The units themselves are low HP of the Janissaries. The bombard cannons are also a little bit squishy, and these bombard towers prevent the tankier units of TaToH from just diving everything. I mean, there's a nice snipe there onto the trebuchet, but now we got ring archer armor coming in. We got still all of these bombard towers, and it's just so much value that you have in the middle of the field.
Why he did mangonels? I don't know why he did mangonels. That's misclick. He's losing now. So many bomber cannons. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So many bomber cannons going down. He's still doing architecture for all those towers. But TaToH, they still have trebuchet bomber cannons as well. The towers have more range than the bomber cannons. Look, look, look. Oh my god. 13 range of the towers. The bomber cannons only 12, Orlu. What is this game? Look at the score.
Yeah, I mean, TaToH is not playing this poorly at all. There's 40 Janissaries left. MbL still doesn't really have that that camel transition that might be pretty nice at this stage. Just have all these Janissaries, all these bombard towers.
Oh my god.
Perhaps being a little stubborn here. Actually, the Kongs are just trying to dive bomb onto the bombard cans, but this is so expensive for TaToH.
Yeah. He's losing a lot there. The Kongs are just melting. The Paladins as well. I think he need to be slowly going forward. He need to trebuchet that and don't let him go forward. That's crazy. That's really, really crazy. Thank you, man. Awesome. Really, really awesome. Amazing with the support. Brutal games, guys. Brutal games. As you can see here with more Paladins. And those and TaToH call the GG. 1-1. What a series in front of us. Mr. Orlu. Sick. Seriously sick game already.
Man. What a fun game. It all started with the tower rush. MbL defending it beautifully, the sneak, getting the 8 villager kills in early Castle Age, TaToH being able to rush in with the Kongs, do a ton of damage to MbL's eco, get the faster Imperial Age, but it just wasn't quite enough as MbL was able to MbL, that's a verb now by the way, his way back to victory with bombard towers, bombard cannons. I mean, that was just so much fun, very back and forth.
Do you still think that it was a bad decision to make the palisades in the map? Because we got action from minute 6, non-stop.
Yes, I do.
You still think that? Okay, this is the last time. I'm not inviting you anymore. You are dumb, man. What is this, man? Troller, man. Troller. Oh, my God. He killed me, man. I think, honestly, this has been a fantastic game. I mean...
Yeah, it really was. It really was.
For a close map category, you know? It's been so aggressive. Really, really aggressive. Like, really, really aggressive. Awesome. And now, Alpine, man. Oh, Gods versus Teutons. Gods versus Teutons. You know? What the hell, man? Gods versus Teutons. Oh, man. Okay. Vamos.
All right. I'm going to take a super quick break, ma'am. I'll be right back, go. But this should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great, guys. It's going to be great. I'm sweating, guys. You don't see it, but I'm sweating. Thank you for joining. God versus Teutons. Thank you so much for the support. It has been Melandrot. $50. Amazing game, amazing tournament, amazing HOTS. Thanks, man, for all. Oh, my God. And now no hentai. Thanks, man, for all the effort. Let's go MbL. My favorite play style. Saludos. Awesome game and awesome casting. Didn't know ballistic effect bombard towers. What? You didn't know that ballistic effect to bombard towers? A lot of followers, also new subscribers as well. And hopefully people on YouTube, you are enjoying a lot. And don't forget to thumb up. Over 1,600 viewers on YouTube, guys. And you know how many thumb ups? 247. Shame on you. Let's keep going. Gods and Teutons, the game is starting. Oh, by the way, now that you say Zamorano, do you like the background? Come on, man, in honor to Bam Bam Zamorano. Come on. Huh? People from Chile. We have a representation here from everyone. My goodness. My real goodness. Someone was telling, we can see everything there. Huh? Look at the globe. Huh? Vamos, amigos. We are starting. In game number 3, TaToH with Gods, MbL with Teutons. What are we going to see here now, man?
Thank you for the subscription.
Thank you, man. Best tournament, amazing. Well, not a bad tournament, that's for sure. TaToH Gods, MbL Teutons. starting with the villas. And he has the loom already, because he's insta-loom. So not bad. He's gonna try to lame. TaToH need to
I'm
do...
back.
Welcome back. You didn't miss too much. TaToH is starting to lame. This is why he's probably gonna use the gods, but he's now gonna lose the villa. Look, look, look. Well, it's not because he has the loom, but he's hitting, man. Yeah, it was hitting that villa through the palisade. Do you think that should be fixed? Why in diagonal you can't get damage when you have a palisade? Or you think it's a good part of the game?
I think it's just been a part of the game since, Age of Kings. Do I love it? No. Would I rather have better pathfinding? Yes.
Well,
I mean,
it was part of the game.
priority for me.
It was part of the game that you could scan when someone was coming, you know?
Yep.
And they changed that, so...
I think that was a good change, but I would like that change, but it's a low priority for me, I guess.
Okay, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Okay, population, still one more. How many boards he took it? MbL, 2. Remember that this is the chaotic category, you know? So we expect to see here some crazy things, but MbL Teutones in this map, are we gonna see towers? And stopping Teuton's towers is always very, very tricky, Mr. Arlo.
It is for sure. We have boar number 3. Both horses are horsing around, as they say. But TaToH going to be able to bring that boar right back home. Goth's really good with these high number of boar maps. Get the extra damage. You get...
Look.
So you're able to lame...
Look what he's doing with that boar.
Oh, that's really cute. And now TaToH, remember, he does the extra damage. He has to be careful. I say that the extra damage is great for laming, but it can make actually taking your boar a bit tricky. TaToH's still going to be able to make it work there at the end.
Amazing. Amazing. Going for the skills now here. Good skills by the players. If you guys just joined the channel, I will show you the whole history in the best tournaments, you know, S tier and A tier events. You can see how the game count is between those two players. Ooh, but now I'm gonna remove this because TaToH, 1 village down. MbL being MbL. Mr.
For sure. Oh, man, this is already getting pretty wild. Now, Goths will essentially be a villager ahead on this map where you have to get Loom right away, but TaToH, just a little bit of idle time, lost the villager to the boar there. You do get the extra meat from the boar's Goths as well, which is always going to be quite handy, but it looks like the overall number of boars taken is probably going to be pretty similar between the two players.
Yeah. I mean, there has been a few boars that has been limited by TaToH. So at the end, as you mentioned, but there's one board still that they didn't take it. On the left. I like that he did the lumber camp in the big forest, not in that hill. While 2 lumber camps from MbL in that hill. Do you like that?
I don't mind the first lumber camp there, just so you can get the vills on wood more quickly. I would like the second lumber camp further out, though.
Me too. Me too, but MbL is faster up. And he's gonna come with towers, or he's gonna go standard, I believe. Well, remember that the stone, you need to find it. And you don't have a stone close to your town center, so... Did MbL find some stone? No. So, maybe he's not going for towers?
I mean, you could just look at this matchup in the context of, okay, Teutons, they can survive the Goth early game, and then you just have a lot of really strong things against whatever Goths want to do at you. You've got great monks, great infantry, great cavalry as the Teutons with all that extra melee armor. So, I mean, Teutons do just match up well against Goths in general, so, I mean, you could also be farming a lot, so, I mean, I can see it playing standard here.
Like MbL is not in a hurry, right? He can play defensive like it, and he has all the tools. But he's gonna try to get the berries. Yeah, is what he's doing. He's taking the berries. Okay.
Yeah, even if this isn't a full-blown tower rush, denying the berries is so nice on this map because, well, you're kind of stuck for food income otherwise. TaToH, though, very smartly able to go over to the Ibex here on the outside of the map. Gonna be getting all that extra food from them. Archery range coming in as a follow-up here. Archery range here for TaToH as well.
Yeah, but terrible position because he's in the range of that tower. He will have to delete it, I believe, or not. Huh? Okay, he can make it. He's not in the range yet, no fletching. Oh, he's gonna lose another villager? He's trying, but there's a spearman. He should be fine, I guess.
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay, he's MbL. Huh. No, he's taking it.
He's fine. TaToH, though, is housed, and that's a really painful house. He's just now building it with 4 villagers. TaToH felt that, you know what, MbL, he gets housed so often. Let's get housed ourselves, make things even. Even picking up Wheelbarrow at this point with 23 vills, it's really too early for this. You don't want to have to do that at this point. So MbL already starting to start building up his trash army as well.
Yeah, looking good, MbL here. Looking really good right now, but still, I mean, if you do Wheelbarrow, since what matters more is, let's see the transition and go army. Let's see what he can do. He did a mill, and MbL found the hunters from TaToH. So MbL know exactly where TaToH is. Completely. He has explored everything. So he can really go for army now. And he's going with 4 villages to do what, Orlu? 5 villages sent in there. He's gonna build fight?
I'd
be surprised.
I guess so. He doesn't have the stone for another tower. MbL getting housed as well, as is tradition.
Man. Well, doing the tone watch, honestly.
Trust Bill still with his own army.
Yeah, his attack is being aggressive here. And TaToH army, Orlu, more than double. 11 army right now. TaToH housed again. Oh my god. Stop being housed, guys. So much house. Time from the players. Still housed. Not anymore. But is this gonna be a villager down? I believe now it's gonna be the 1-1. And look how he's laming with the horse. But he's sending villagers. And now he's moving. But TaToH did a tower on the wood. The problem for TaToH is that because of that, berries denied. Orlu doesn't have a lot of food income. Oh well, he has hunters. He has hunters
now,
in the other side.
though.
Yeah.
Like, he's still got a bunch of food banked up. He's still got enough to produce his spearmen. I mean, that extra hunt that Goths get is a big help. TaToH's actually had both food and wood collected at this point in the game. Even though he lost the villa early on, he's actually gotten 2 villager kills, and he's just continuing to press forward with army. He's simply trained almost double the units of his opponent.
Okay, let's see what is gonna happen now. Still not on gold, 7 on food, 13 on food as well. And here, what is this? Spearmen and skirmishes. Need to go back. 27 villages, still a lot of army. Do you think at some point the Goths who go here scout or use spears and skirmishes it might be fine?
It seems like, having a strong castlage time is usually game-winning on this map, but also you need to get there without being dead already. So it's a really tough balance to strike. That said, it feels like neither player, nobody's close to castlage, so getting in some scouts to support your army and raid your opponent's pretty good.
Okay, let's see, because he's now is doing that on the wood line. As you can see, he has no stone now, but MbL is going to start to make towers probably to defend, or he will go to attack. He has a stone, 125 stone, exactly for 1 extra tower. Population, TaToH is still with the lead in population, not in villages, but remember that he did wheelbarrow, so it's okay. And I think this is an auto horse for both. It looks like this now. Yep.
Auto everything.
Auto everything
Never
is doing the job. You like it too, right? The auto everything.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite.
Okay, sounds very, very, very realistic.
Man, it took me years to even adjust to multi-queue, man. I'm young in years, but I am a cranky old AoE boomer.
I'm boomer in everything, sadly. Disaster. Skirmishes and spears. Be careful there. Look at those bullets going back. Okay, going to the hill. Nobody's going to castles or even close. They are not mining gold. He has a stone to make a tower. It's now doing a stable. So we're gonna see more army. Blue can see the stable? No, he cannot. And blue is TaToH, the Spaniard. The scores say that he's ahead. Really ahead. And I think he's ahead, but not that ahead. He has a lot of army, a lot of skirmishes mainly. And well, actually 5 spearmen. So the scouts don't think. Oh, stable as well for TaToH, Orlu. And Fletchy now. That's good, man.
TaToH going to take a very nice fight here on the outside of the map. He now has Fletching in for his archers, going to be able to outrange MbL's. MbL going to come in with some scouts, but there are already 4 spearmen out for TaToH, and it's not like Goths are going to complain too much for making more spearmen. It looks like now a tower is going to be coming in, but MbL's, he had a nice-ish start, but TaToH has simply just been able to outproduce his opponent here in Feudal Age, which seems to be a pretty common theme for this map.
This is an annoying tower, Orlu, but I don't think he's the best tower ever, because he's almost on the verge. He just denied 2 farms, so don't think TaToH is feeling too uncomfortable with that tower. I don't know what you think.
It's not that big of a deal. It's still a hefty investment. I mean, it's one thing to have a tower, and it's the other thing to tower with your stone miners and you have no more stone income, right? Like, that tower could have led to another tower in a better location, but it's really not right now, so it's just kind of wasted resources.
I will have defended because right now on the wood you can see how blue is attacking. TaToH is attacking MbL. He took already another village, 3 villages already. MbL is now doing wheelbarrow, will do the fletching as well, but timing and momentum seems to be now for TaToH. TaToH is housed again. This is the only thing that in my opinion is not doing really well in this game. He's getting housed a lot.
Absolutely. I mean, you got Wheelbarrow coming in for MbL. It's nice and everything, but TaToH's also been able to take a ton of extra hunt on the map. Of course, as Goss said, it's just so powerful. He's ahead a lot in resources. Even though the KD is similar, TaToH just had more army. The scout numbers are nice for MbL, so TaToH's going to need to make sure that his spearmen are very well positioned. And, you know, to be fair, he doesn't really have any in his economy.
Yeah, let's see what's going to happen. You can see now skirmishes and spearmen forging for TaToH. Okay, forging as well for MbL. 3 scouts, sorry, 6 scouts from MbL. Where's the scouts, though? At the back of his base, and he has an outpost, TaToH, but he need to react quick because I don't see a single spear there to defend, and those scouts can definitely kill some villagers. Mr. Arlo, the scouts are coming. The scouts are coming. He's 5.
MbL desperately needs to sort of start his comeback in this game. The scouts also need to actually attack stuff.
Oh, nope. Man. Okay. Just passing. I like it. Well, there he's focusing at the bottom on the skirmishes. MbL is losing some army there, but now the scouts are coming back, and he's finally taking how many villages? At least a couple of them. One is down already. The second is gonna be down as well, and now it's looking a little bit better for MbL, who is creating some chaos. Still, 1 spear coming to defend those hunters, but 5 scouts. I need to go to the spear. It's only 2. Now he's gonna have more, but he's gonna lose another, and with Kant. You know, those villages has food, 2 villages down. The spear is gonna be down. MbL is now in a better position, I will say.
It's pretty close, but I do agree. I mean, MbL went from being in a pretty rough spot to now he's in at least a semi-okay spot. The scouts are still hoovering around the economy, and boy, TaToH, simply not enough spears in the proper position. I mean, TaToH could easily have, you know, like 14, 15 spears at this point, but only 8. He was trying to push forward with them and just not exactly being as well defended as he needed to.
The one who is going to make a tower now forward is going to be TaToH. That tower can be really good. It's going to take few farmers, and the most important, the goal as well. Now, MbL see what is coming, and he's doing a counter tower himself. He bought it, the stone, so he used a lot of the gold to buy that tower. And now, Arlo, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in the streams, this is a very, very chaotic map and chaotic category and a chaotic game because they are going all aggressive. Arlo, who is winning this?
I'm still liking it a bit more for MbL at this point. He has 8 scouts at this point, which are just going to be the strongest unit on the field. And the thing is, you're getting into a tower war with Teutons, man. Like, you're not going to be winning that as Goths. And yeah, your gold is denied for the time being, but you're not really making any gold units to begin with.
And
yeah, scouts are going to be over here on the west side. TaToH's villagers are all exposed. Uh-oh. This could be looking a little bit rough. TaToH is still, I suppose, closer to Castle Age in terms of resources, as MbL is continuing to make some scouts. Going to try and make another defensive tower, but this is still a really awkward position for him.
Yeah, but it still is only 2 villages different. TaToH still have more army, and check the resources. I don't know how he's doing this. Honestly.
Well, I mean, TaToH was pretty far ahead. He also killed a couple more villagers at the back of MbL's base, and there we go. Castle Age in for TaToH. He is doing just fine.
He's on the way to castle. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Tower now defending that farms and the stone. And the area condition is killing me. You know, 37 degrees today in my city, Arlo. 37.
That number means very little to me. It sounds. Yeah. I think it's pretty hot, though.
It's not Fahrenheit, it's degrees, so imagine how much it is.
Yeah.
You know, dying, man. Dying. Oh, my God. Okay. Now, scale bar and armor, but castle is for MbL too. Now look at the population. The game is fairly close. It's only 30-second difference. What the hell? And tower for MbL. Oh man, Oh man, that tower is a tower that I like it more. It's taking now more and more farmers. And remember that now in Castle Age, those towers has murder holes. So it's gonna be even more annoying, and you basically gonna be unable to take them down.
Yeah, I mean, TaToH, that stable is gonna get denied. So that actually feels like a nice win for MbL, because you don't... Like, TaToH's gonna have that little timing advantage. You really want to make sure you can just produce as many knights as possible. But he's even gonna be able to mix in pikemen super easily.
Yeah, but
I still think TaToH's been a perfectly good spot.
Yeah. I mean, and the good thing is that TaToH has expanded. He has farms in the north, farms on the left, farms all over himself. And good thing is that 30 seconds in this map, if you can raid, you can really kill few villages here. Oh, light caps. Light caps and husbandry, I like it. And now a town center at the back. This game is gonna keep going for a while, but it's still 10 population more for TaToH. He has 2 villages more at the end. Now he has so many spearmen, which is great. Will you make the pikeman upgrade right now? Or is too much?
I would. I mean, you have a nice resource distribution for it. You just need a little bit more gold. You can still pressure with knights and light cav. Of course, Teutons themselves are not going to be able to get light cav, and MbL doesn't even have any stone to add extra TCs with. And I mean, MbL, he feels a little bit stuck. TaToH just rocketing ahead economically in the past few minutes.
Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. He has now Bozo as well. He's missing Horse Collar, which is a little bit painful, but still, since he's deleting them all because he's being attacked by the towers, no problem. You know, no real problem. Okay, now he needs to raid a little bit, and he will raid the lights that are coming. He spread those and moving one to the right, another 4 trying to micro properly, but those are, more villages down. The spearmen are there, but he's creating chaos. He's killing a village. No, he didn't kill it, I believe. Okay, tower is still there. Population is still increasing for TaToH, but not a big difference. This can snowball badly. And these knights with extra melee armor, they are strong, but no husbandry. That's why probably he did husbandry as well super fast, because now Teutons, very slow cavalry.
That is, of course, the weakness, the trade-off for that extra armor. But TaToH's still on the 2 TCs. Granted, his starting TC doesn't really have like many farms around it, just because there are a lot of towers all over the place. But TaToH is also starting to mine stone, which means he can add in more TCs. He can eventually work towards a castle. Not that this is really that much of a Huskarl matchup. I guess you can use some to raid, but this is going to be more focused around Knight Pikemen in the mid-game, and then eventually transitioning to maybe some gunpowder later on, and maybe Hussars too.
Okay, I love the TCs that he's doing. TaToH, look how he's doing now a TC early in the south, completely far away from everywhere. Probably he never even explored there. MbL going for the infantry now. TaToH has now a big advantage. He has a big advantage now. I think he's playing now just much better with all this raiding, and MbL is unable to do the job. Remember that cheaper farmers, like, there's not a single bonus right now for TaToH, right? So, in theory, MbL has better seed now, but TaToH is playing very cool now. He's being very aggressive. 4-tone center now. And I don't know how MbL can come back now.
Well, I think the issue for MbL is that he's, constantly defending, and you just can't really defend on this map, at least not unless you have a bunch of TCs helping to secure your economy. And you're just chasing around enemy cavalry units with your own cavalry units that are slower. MbL going to try and do some raiding here, but he just has a huge task ahead of him to try and get rid of enough of TaToH's villas. And TaToH still has plenty of pikemen left on the field, so that's not going to be too bad for him.
Yeah, I'm surprised still doing the Lone Swordsman. Lone Swordsman, like, how are you going to be able to kill now with the Lone Swordsman? I'm not sure. He got 6 knights, 7 knights from TaToH. You have to spam now the Lone Swordsman. He has none yet, 5 in the queue, but he's now with still 1-tone center. Well, TaToH has 4 TSAs. That's pretty sick. Oh, look how he's doing.
Yeah, I mean,
the
Teuton longswordsmen are, they're good, right? I mean, you get the extra melee armor, and they're going to trade extremely well versus pikemen, and not even that horribly versus knights, but, it just feels like TaToH can simply outproduce MbL here.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's definitely the issue. It's gonna, because he has 30 villages more. Look at the resources collected. Now it's still raiding. This is 2-1 for TaToH, Orlo. Like, TaToH cannot lose a game. Like, he has expanded like this. He has more army. crazy economy difference. And it was in the last couple of minutes. The game was looking closer, but it's true that he was having the initiative all the time, right? More aggressive TaToH, and that's what is giving him the victory in this game.
MbL did have some nice counterattacks, but at the end of the day, TaToH was getting his eco better set up. He added the TC as soon as he hit Castle Age, and it's just that timing, getting the knight numbers out, using those to raid, and it just really checkmated MbL. He can't really add eco, he can't really do any damage, and he's just kind of stuck.
Yeah. Let's see the knights now. Knights and pikes. Still, the composition, from TaToH is just better right now. Like, yeah, he has 11 lone swordsmen, but how you can kill now TaToH? You can kill maybe one TC, but he has expanded all over. Okay, he's going for a tower on the farms. I like that. But put the village in. No, TaToH is losing few villages. Okay.
Well, oh, it's funny. He's got the Teuton melee bonus and Gambison, so it looks like he has a defense upgrade, but he actually doesn't have any defense upgrades. I was so confused as to what was going on with the stats, but yes, looks like that is exactly what's happening. Longswords are coming in, and yes, it is annoying for TaToH to deal with. Looks like he's just going to make some Cav Archers or something like that.
Yeah, Cav Archers or Crows or whatever, but because he's doing both Kinaro, doing the nice there. 3 archery ranges, and we might see Cav Archers with gods, or he will do crossbows. Anything can stop that.
Goth Cav Archers is a nice throwback to the Sheriff. For those of you who owned the AOC Gold Edition back in the day, it came with the stock replays from the devs. One of those was a Goth player going mass Cav Archers.
Well, and we can now clip this here because he's going Cav Archers doing TC number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, TaToH got this. He's not going to give up. MbL, he's doing now extra tone center, but when you see the score, and the most important, you see the population, you can really notice how TaToH is incredibly ahead. That TC is gone, yes, but he has 4 more. With 4 more, you're fine.
Yeah, he's totally fine right now. We do have Arson in. That is going to be nice. Going to give you a lot of bonus damage versus buildings. But, I mean, Longswordsman versus Cav Archers is objectively a very sad matchup for the Longswordsman.
Yeah, obviously you need more because he has only 4, but he has 5 more in the queue. Now he's sending a few knights, going to try to kill more villages on the farms. And, well, the tower will help. You can put 10 villages on the tower and with murder holes, so might do the job. But it's still killing more. It's impossible. It's really impossible. And it's about time. He's going to try to go with so many lone swordsmen. He has a tower. Let's see if these Cav Archers can stop him. No ballistic, but he's doing the castle. To defend this area. And no problem, right, Orlu?
Yeah, that is going to be huge. Longswordsmen are coming in. Now, you can make this work, like, in general, you know, provided you have a better eco. If you can sort of force the Cav Archers to take fights, you have like some siege to accompany the swordsmen. You start tearing down their buildings before they can start to mass up a ton of Cav Archers. It's just, you're doing swordsmen from behind at this point, and that's usually not going to work. Ballistics even coming in. You've got the defensive castle. I mean, TaToH is totally fine.
And it's not working, of course. There's some knights there that are not doing the job he wanted. He has also 2 relics. He's well set up to do whatever he wants. Or, ladies and gentlemen, TaToH 2-1. And we need to focus in game 4. In a moment, you can see how the players use try a lot. And not anymore. TaToH is taking the game. And we keep going. This was a wild game, Orlu. But the transition to Castle Age, TaToH dominated.
I mean, again, he was only, 30 seconds faster? 32 seconds faster up to Castle Age. And it just allowed him to get 2 knights out quickly, start to snowball those numbers, take fights, make sure that you're denying MbL's eco, make sure you can add in your own eco behind it. And it's just never giving MbL a chance to try and raid TaToH, right? You know, Goths on this map, not going to be very good at defending, so just don't defend. Don't ever be in a position where you need to defend. That's the moral of this game.
Was pretty sick. You can see how not always the most important is the civilization, because here we were thinking, oh, Titans can have everything, right? But here just the gameplay was just better for TaToH. The civilizations matter less. It did matter less.
Exactly. I mean, I mean, you could make the argument that Goth still had the advantage because TaToH had a better Dark Age and early Feudal Age. It's at that point, though, yeah, it's just TaToH. Better understanding of your win conditions on this map, getting the aggression while expanding behind it, making sure that you have the pikemen at home to defend yourself as needed, doing the runaround with your cavalry, getting husbandry right away, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have Alpine. Well, Alpine it was already, and now we're thinking what is gonna be the next one. MbL is not there, so let's see.
Let's see what we have. We have Lowland. A Lowland we only saw once, I believe. Like, I don't think we ever saw it in the qualifiers. Everyone just wanted to do Arabia or Enclosed. We got Spiral, Northern Islands as our remaining maps, potentially.
Okay. Lowland now. I was expecting this one, but he's picking a home map from TaToH again.
Interesting.
Again. Okay. So actually, there's no more home maps from TaToH. There's all played already.
Interesting. Now, for Lowland, it feels like Slavs are kind of the obvious choice. I mean, we still haven't seen much of Lowland. Maybe you do something weird with like Ethiopians and the fast castle crossbowman timing, but those are pretty out of vogue these days. Meanwhile, MbL, Hindustanis just feel like the safe pick. We see a lot of Slavs, Hindustanis these days on the Arabia-like maps.
I'm checking, and it has to be because Byzantines could be then in a spiral, because the Vikings might be for Northern Islands. So
yeah,
we might have
that's what I think.
Byzantines mirror in a spiral.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Maybe TaToH plays. Yeah, I mean, I imagine Byzantine mirror on Spiral, and then Armenians for Northern Isles. Then, yeah, Slavs for Lowland.
Okay, it's Ethiopians and Hindustanis in Lowland.
I mean, I said maybe you're doing some sort of fast cast crossbowman timing, but like I also said, those aren't really super popular these days. So let's see what TaToH's cooking.
Okay. This is very interesting for sure. We have TaToH Ethiopians and MbL with Hindustanis, and well, let's see what's gonna happen. And oh boy, oh really boy.
Well,
would you prefer here?
Certainly interested. Lowland, I mean, what we saw between Viper and Nikov yesterday was just Viper going pure FC mini boom into huge castle age pressure. I don't think we're going to see that here. Nikov was just kind of reacting that whole game and not really getting in a good spot to actually put any pressure on Viper. Let's see what is going on here, because this is TaToH's home map. Obviously, I'm sure TaToH and Viper practice together as they are teammates. So let's see what TaToH's got cooking.
Very interesting for sure. Obviously, MbL need to win this game. 3-1 against TaToH, rough. So if we want a close series, 7-game series, MbL need to win this with the Hindustanis. But I'm thinking about the later game also. And, well, I don't know. This map is, I would say, kind of slow. It can be slow, depending how the players are going to play it, right?
It's definitely slower than Arabia.
Yeah.
But you still have it's more map control oriented, right? Because all of those mineral resources, apart from there's the few in your base, are located in the middle. So it's just a little different, I would say.
Okay, we have Ethiopians and Hindustanis on the left. TaToH is blue. MbL, Hindustanis on the right. Very important to see if they're gonna put 3, 4, or 2 villages on wood. 3 villages for both. So kinda standard. But I'm very curious to see what is going to be the opening with Ethiopians, right? Because you get 100 extra food and gold. And then what? Because in the archery range, stable, the map is completely flat except the hill from this initial, let's say, elevation to the crater of the map, right? But everything else is a flat area. So what do you think is going to be? Interesting.
Well, I honestly wonder if TaToH is like what you can do with Ethiopians, of course, is because you start with 100 gold, you get 100 upon reaching the next stage. You can go for a very quick FC timing because you just don't need to gather any gold. You only need to get up to 700 food. By the time you want to click up to normally click up to Castle Age. So maybe just like really early full walls and try and go for the quick FC play. But beyond that, I mean, we just don't see crossbowman timings very often these days. It's very much a cavalry meta in the mid game, like Cav Knights, Monks, that sort of thing.
Let's see. We're gonna see now because we have a deer and the town center.
As opposed to all the other early games these days where we don't see deer go under the town center.
Yeah, but what I mean is like the start is just basically the same all the time. The players are just pushing the deers and MbL doing the same, and it's starting to wall. It means this early walls Castle Age.
I mean, we're talking a lot about Ethiopians. Hindustanis, though, very, like, you can just do whatever you want with them, basically, except make knights. You can play passive, you can play aggressive. MbL, I think, is just going to be pretty comfortable defending. You have Gulams, which are fantastic against Ethiopian archers. You've got 9-range hand cannoneers, which are awesome. You got bombard cannons. Oh, that's good stuff.
I'm thinking about the late game, and it's true that even if Ethiopians got siege and actually a crazy siege and so on, but for that it's very expensive. It seems smoother to me to play Hindustanis.
Yeah, I mean, the cheaper villagers is such a ubiquitously strong bonus, right? There is no situation basically where that bonus isn't useful. Whereas Ethiopians, you have to be a little bit trickier. You have to figure out your timings. And I mean, I know people are pretty crazy with their fast castle times these days. 19 pop is still, that's very fast for an FC. So TaToH gonna just be playing something more Arabia-like, unlike Viper, his teammate.
Yeah, he's gonna play army. If he doesn't have the barrack very soon, probably it's not gonna be militias. Do you think he can make the barrack in time to make militias? I'm not sure. But MbL is still doing villages. I mean, he has a lot of villages in the queue. I don't know if that means a Castle Age, but it looks like this. MbL probably with a different approach. It's Castle Age, man. Walling everything. Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, like I said, we saw it from Viper yesterday, and we saw it have a lot of success, but you are going to need to be full-walled by the time that your opponent comes in with Feudal Age. MbL, notably, no Loom, so Feudal Age Scout could be quite tricky for him, although TaToH's Scout is at home. And yeah, I mean, just the big question is, what is TaToH doing? You don't need to go over to gold right away as Ethiopians because you get that extra 100. So it still could be an Archer opening.
He has to be. Or maybe he's going to scout. If he's going to scout and then MbL is fully walled, problems.
Oh, MbL's open at the very bottom of his base. I hope for his sake that doesn't bite him in the butt.
He will wall. It's MbL. Don't think he will have a hole. And he's going stable. I was right. The Menstradamus on point. And as you can see, oh, baby.
It is MbL on stone. He is going to want to go for the Gulams, which are very good against archers. Not so great against cavalry.
Yeah, but I mean, I see the scout now, and it's feel awkward because I don't think he will make cavalry later. Obviously, the castles will happen for MbL, and the strategy matters a lot. And MbL, as I told you, is not gonna be with the hole. His wall already. Bam! House is there. So much experience, man. I mean, you shouldn't have these kind of mistakes in at this stage. Quarterfinals, leaving a hole like this. Come on, Warlords. Shouldn't happen, right?
I mean, holes always feel really lousy, like no matter what. But I do say that, like, if your entire strategy revolves around you being walled, which is obviously the case here for MbL, you have no excuse to not be walled. Like, you need to make sure, you need to double check every little possible hole that could be in your wall to make sure a bunch of enemy units don't run in and kill you.
Yeah, and TaToH realized that it's a fast castle, so he did one scout, and then after that, he just make a transition into one bullet on goal, walling everything himself, and will try to go castles as soon as possible. With double dice for a long time. I don't know if he should do the horse collar. Well, now probably not, because he has already good amount of farms without it. But it would be great to have the horse collar. And MbL market and blastbit into a castle drop, it seems, Orlo. Better position
Yeah,
for
that
MbL.
would be the case. I wish MbL had mined 10 gold. What you can do is you could just mine 10 gold and then sell your first 100 stone. Gives you 91 gold, and then you can immediately click up to Castle Age. Now he's going to have to sell 200 resources. Doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but it is just that little bit of efficiency difference.
Okay. A Blacksmith, market. It's gonna mine the gold now.
See, he sold it. Get 91 gold. If he had mined the 10 gold sooner, he wouldn't need to sell 100 more resources.
Yeah, man, he's crazy. Yeah, the time up is gonna be almost the same, a little bit faster for MbL. So TaToH is, it's okay. Doing the Blacksmith, we'll do one bullet more. Now double attacks. Maybe he has to do another one, or maybe not. And he's gonna go up with the same population. MbL is still without the loom, so that's why he's ahead. No loom, basically.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, very passive start to the game, like we were expecting between this map and Closed in Arabia. Lowland is going to be the most passive early on, but it also has the most focus on the middle of the map, so there kind of necessarily needs to be some mid-game aggression. You only have 2 tiles of gold and 2 sets of 2 tiles of gold and 2 tiles of stone on your starting high ground.
Okay, I mean, he doesn't have villages on his stone anymore. He's sending now a lot of villages outside. What is his plan? To take the deers maybe now and then make a TC there? What is the plan?
TaToH is going to scout this, though, and as we keep pointing out, no loom.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And now he's doing more scouts, as you can see. No loom. This is disaster. Can be a disaster. Well, he needs more scouts. Now he's even sending the spearmen. He has to be careful. He's coming with more scouts. I believe, yeah, MbL didn't explore his opponent, so he doesn't know that he has a stable. Oh my god. Okay. If he sends the 3 scouts here, well, it's 10 seconds. He should be fine.
Yeah, I think MbL is going to be okay. Loom is going to come in immediately after Castle Age, so that's just 25 more seconds. MbL enough resources for a TC. I have to imagine he's going to be placing that right away. Indeed, he is. Even some nice quick walls are coming in. If I say it enough, it will be correct. It's a little
Still no
painful.
loom. Still no loom. Kill the villager. Kill the villager. Villager down. Well, this is hopeful, because in a very close game like this, now MbL lost 2 villagers for being greedy. And now, coming with the pike. It's a pike, man. And the quick wall is not working. Oh my god. Well, 3 villages down is a lot. It's really a lot. If he's gonna take
because
it.
TaToH, it's not like he went too aggressive or anything like that. I mean,
Oh,
one
the
scout
wolf.
and a few spearmen.
Yeah.
Ripperino. Yeah, that is going to be some more dead units. TaToH easily able to get his eco upgrades. He's adding in a monastery, able to add in his extra TCs, and this is just such a dreadful start for MbL. That was completely self-inflicted. I mean, going over to the low ground without loom and no scouting, like that's just too much, man.
Well, he just lost 3 villages because of that. You know, that decision took him 3 villages, and now 2 town center for TaToH, 3 for MbL. Might be able to catch up because of that, but he has already a monastery, so he will try to probably go for the relics. What I don't know is what is he gonna do now, TaToH? Is he gonna do army?
I would imagine at some point.
But what kind of army now? He has only a stable, so maybe he's gonna play kind of arena style?
I wonder if maybe showtells are an option at some point in this matchup, because obviously you don't want to just be making archers into ghulams, and TaToH will know about the ghulams very shortly, as the MbL's going to get the castle sooner rather than later. Showtells could be working pretty well against them.
No, Showtell destroy the ghulams, right? They eat them. They eat them. Is it the castle inside at home? Oh my god, I don't know about that castle. I don't like it. You don't get map control with that castle. But he's afraid right now. Yeah, he's kind of scared.
I would have liked to have seen it maybe on the other side of the TC at the front. I mean, I get wanting to make sure your base is defended. You don't really know how much TaToH's committing to army right now. And indeed, TaToH is going to be coming forward here with a villager as he's picking up some relics. Ethiopians have that nice bonus where you can just spam outposts all over the place without having to spend any stone. But there we go. Siege Workshop is coming in. So yes, this castle did need to be at home.
Yeah. So it's a good one then. He was right. And now that siege is not going to really help. He's not really going to help, honestly. Yeah. Okay, siege workshop from MbL outside. At the bottom. Well, he will have a... Oh, but he canceled it because he see the castle. So now, TaToH knows it's useless, the siege workshop there. Outpost, remember,
and he canceled it.
Yeah, he canceled. Yeah. The outposts have a great LOS. They don't cause any stone. And now TaToH is mining stone, probably thinking that a castle and shootles are great, because now the Gulans will eat that army. Not the light caps.
I mean, versus light cav, it's not that bad for the light cav, but Gulams still just have higher base attack. They have the same HP. And MbL is just going to be running right back out here on the map. Now, villager count is still quite comparable, although TaToH has the better eco upgrades. That said, TaToH still hasn't moved out to the low ground yet. He's probably going to need to do that with a castle. He is picking up the relics, though. He just had all the opportunity to do so. Really like that play from him. And yeah, just TaToH setting himself up very well.
Okay, he has 2 relics. He's going to go for the 3rd. 3 relics already in that early in the game is solid. And I wouldn't be surprised that who is going to come forward now with siege is MbL. He has a siege workshop already and the Mangol outside. So TaToH will need to do something else soon, because the aggression is coming, Orlu.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 4 monks, which is obviously quite solid, but Ethiopians are an irredeemable civ. They have no redemption. And that's going to make dealing with Mangonels a bit trickier, but MbL at this rate is going to get 2 Gulams converted, at least 1. And that light cav duo is going to go after the Mangonels, but there are Gulams there to protect it.
He's going to try to clean it, but I don't think he will be able, because he has also 2 villages to repair. Another Gulam is coming. No, you need to go away. It's not an oath. He's trying that he will lose probably all the army. Oh, he tried. Oh, he probably is going to sneak it now. No! He defended. The knight is coming, but it's still 3 villages. Not going to happen. He's trying to wall. Bad. Oh, man. So important, that Mangonel. Is really important, because you can push from there, and TaToH still does have the best defense there. Now he's gonna try to convert the Gulam, and he will not, because he deleted. Village number the same. Double monastery forward from MbL, but TaToH will do definitely the castle at home now, right?
Oh my goodness, that was a wild minute or so. Double monastery here from MbL. For their part, Hindustanis, they don't have atonement, but they do have redemption. So you would be able to convert enemy Mangonels, but you can't actually convert the monks of TaToH.
This is gonna be nice. Another game, Orlu, and everyone that is completely different. They start in a way, and then we have a Hindustanis Ethiopians matchup with a completely different approach. Gulams, monks, siege. When we see this approach with Hindustanis, not many open, and then Ethiopians with knights, devotion, and now a castle, and we're gonna see Sutals. My goodness, what's going on?
Something pretty wild. And the thing with infantry, especially a strong infantry like the Shotal, Hindustanis without knights are going to have kind of a tough time dealing with those until you actually get to the point of your Shiitake hand cannoneers, but that's obviously not going to be until the Imperial Age, so mid-game answers generally involve just crossbowmen, which is not really something you want to be doing at this point as MbL, and I love the outpost from TaToH. Could maybe go with the counterattack, but is realizing that he needs to deal with all the stuff in his base right now.
You see now the castle, so now he's gonna be able to defend completely. He has the goal on the right side. He will start to make shootals, or he will go Imperial. I think he should do armor, right?
It depends on how afraid he is right now, but honestly, TaToH can just defend. Like, he's got a Mangonel here, he's got a bunch of monks. And
also important to take the monks. The lighters are gonna kill 1, he's gonna take 2. This is so good, because now the shooters remember that they're gonna clean. He has only 2, but he's doing more and more, and his economy is good. The squires plus 1 armor, 29 farmers economy for TaToH. He looks much better, Orlu, like really much better. Okay, time to bring the cameras. People want the cameras, Orlo, so you are now in the game. But smaller because you are so big, man. What is this? Now it's here. There you go.
What is going on? Why? Oh, okay. Now I'm normal size. All right.
Yes.
So at this point, guys, monks are going to be able to keep the knights at bay for the time being. Mangonel just going to slowly scooch itself forward.
Imperial?
But Imperial for MbL is faster. This is huge because he's going to get this forward castle in a nice spot. TaToH does know about it because he's got some nice line of sight. Again, the outposts are awesome with Ethiopians. Still, a Treb war? That could be big.
No, can be an out castle. He's gonna try to deny that. There's a Mangol coming. Let's see the battle now. Look at those Gulams, and now the Mangol is gonna kill. Oh, MbL lost the Mangol.
Something MbL could let happen.
No, that's huge. That's huge for the game because now he's gonna clean absolutely everything. Gonna take all the villages, and now with the knights and the shooters, he's killing all. And that's Orlu. I'm not telling that is the game, but can be pretty much the game. That was brutal by TaToH to look at the score now. Crazy.
Yeah, and MbL, he just doesn't have the map vision. TaToH would be running out of gold on the high ground at this point. I mean, he only has around 1,000 left. But TaToH, because he is so comfortably mining gold in that little nook at the bottom of the lowland, he has all the resources he needs. I mean, Ethiopians are a very gold-intensive civilization. They got more showtells on the way. They train super fast. And TaToH adding in his own TC number 4. All MbL really has going for him right now is the better imp timing, but, I mean, what's he going to be able to do with it?
Well, it's complicated. It's going to be complicated, and the uptime is, yes, 2 minutes, but he's in the downhill. The ideal position was what you mentioned, right? That castle. And getting the hill advantage would be brutal. Population, though, almost 20 is more army as well. Obviously, he needs those hand cannoneers, but this army that he has right now on the field is MbL army as well. So you cannot really go forward and go with trebuchets, right? You can't till you get chemistry.
No, you just kind of need to stall until Shiitake hand cannoneers, which is usually a great strategy with Hindustanis, but that is just going to be such a slow process. I mean, TaToH could even just start adding in his own castles all over the place, start pushing in from the high ground, and just do so much with his better economy. I mean, TaToH's around 10% ahead in resources collected. Yes, MbL is going to be able to have this time where he's going to have chemistry even before TaToH is imp, but it's still going to be a while before he masses up the hand cannons.
Okay, there's some more cleaning. He's doing the hand cannoneers. It's only 12 bullies, you know, so well, let's see what he can do. He's 30 population more. It's still his carry. And he's 4 tone centers for both players. Still, oh, look at those villages going through the TC. Has to be careful. And then, well, shooters and maybe skirmishes from TaToH, because he will need a counter for the hand cannoneers, I believe. Oh my god, he's doing a great job at the back. Orlu, look at the Mangol Knights, shooters. He has to be careful. The Mangol, TaToH. Oh, he's sitting the last second, man. And he's gonna repair now the Mangol, and he's gonna take that Mangol. Oh my god, MbL lost the Mangol. Damn, TaToH playing really good now, Orlu.
Where's that MbL Mangonel micro, man? You really need it at this point. Hand cannons are on the way. And the hand cannons themselves are going to... actually, 45 HP per show tells us. Pretty sure that's a 3-shot kill.
Yeah, but he's waiting and he's not reacting. What's happening, MbL? Your village on that PC. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Wake up. Hello? Are you here? Now he is here. But ballistic. And so many shooters. This castle is better definitely from MbL on the right side. But population is still scary for TaToH. Those shooters eat the Gulams. And that's the problem, Orlu. The Gulams became absolutely useless right now.
I mean, they kind of prevented TaToH from going for a ton of archers, but note that TaToH doesn't really care. He's just going to go with even more archers. Gold is like the only thing that's a little bit suspect for TaToH right now, as he just has that one tile in the corner, one pile in the corner, rather. And again, he still has a very gold-intensive army comp, but still, it's just so many more resources right now.
And look, 4 relics for a long time ago.
Yep.
4 relics for a long time ago. 4 relics. You know, population is still ahead. He's going with a tone center forward MbL, but the score is scary right now. Arval is upgrade already. In Botkin, so he's gonna make even the +3. He's coming now with the shooters. Look how fast he's gonna kill this threat. Look.
Nom 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 nom.
Crazy fast, man. Crazy fast. Man, don't eat in front of the camera, Orlu. You are not in the camera, man. What is this, man? My goodness. Okay, look at that, Trevor. He's gonna take the castle. And now, basically, he has a lot of builds in the middle, but it feels that MbL is really at the limit.
Yeah, and I mean, he's just not even making any hand cannons right now. His resources are very low. His eco distribution is awful. He's a 61 lumberjacks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not pretty.
Look at TaToH. In the other hand, you know, a lot more farms, like double the farms, and that's huge, you know. And now he's finding another goal. He's taking, because as you mentioned, he didn't have a lot, only the one on the right, but now more archery ranges, and well, this is the thing, like the economy, and you can see how GG from those villages that he lost in the start, Orlu, the game can snowball in a sense that TaToH always got a lot better economy.
I mean, the resources collected difference is insane. I mean,
yeah.
TaToH with like 6,000 more food in that game, 1,200 more gold. It's like not something MbL can really come back from 31 tax research to 13. MbL just didn't have anything.
And this is a very important victory because if you think about it, he win with his last pick, and that was the third pick from MbL. The first after the two hidden picks. And MbL is still without using them. But TaToH also didn't use Byzantine or Slavs. So TaToH is definitely in a great position right now. Without home maps, that's true. All the games left are MbL home maps. So does MbL now has something prepared?
I mean, he's going to need to win for Northern Islands versus TaToH, and that's going to be, I think, pretty tough. TaToH, just such a good player on anything that resembles a water map. Nomad as well, TaToH is going to be very comfortable on. MbL, not as much, so...
Yeah, it's difficult for sure.
It's going to be a tough comeback, for sure.
Yeah.
Spiral the next map.
It's difficult for sure. Spiral the next map, right? Okay. Well, Spiral, he's going to see the mirror that we said.
I think so.
Okay.
Nice Byzantine mirror on a map with a long rush distance. Let's go.
Okay, they are about to start in a moment. Remember, guys, that we have today... Well, this is the next series, guys. Hera versus Leary, the next series. Hera versus Leary, and we were right. Orlu, it is Byzantine's mirror game. Byzantine's mirror game. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, about decisions, everything, right?
Absolutely. And it's also, I mean, on the one hand, mirrors are usually really tough to come back from if you fall behind. But on the other hand, it's really tough for Byzantines to kill Byzantines. So, I mean, both players are also very comfortable with this. It could be a very long one.
Did you really say that it's very hard Byzantines kill Byzantines?
Well, yeah. I mean, they're both very defensive civs, just spamming trash units at each other.
So you think they are not going to attack at all? They are going to go for the super late crazy Imperial?
I think that if they try and go for something super aggressive, the other player will likely just get himself in a good spot defensively and at least take things later.
Okay, it's also very important because this map has a lot of different distributions. If the TC is gonna be in the closer one with the water, right? It can be one kind of a style. Imagine that now the water is gonna be like kind of in the middle. It's kind of changed completely, but with Byzantines, the dock is kind of a must, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go into the fire ship fight very comfortably. You can do, well, basically anything. It's Byzantines. So we'll have to see exactly how these guys want to approach things. Like you said, a lot of it does depend on the actual starts. It's actually one of the reasons, the very different starts is one of the reasons why we actually picked it for our Mess Cup 2. It's just, it's a map with a lot of variety.
Okay, and we are starting, guys. Game number 5 is starting, and MbL need to win. Otherwise, it's over. And then Hera versus Leary. We have MbL in the north, and we have the closest generation to the water. the closest one. So since it's Byzantine, it's mirror, let's see what is going to be the approach. Obviously, the dog, as we mentioned, probably being between those two shortfish. They need to get the herdables. TaToH is getting those herdables right away. Now MbL will go. Well, they can try to sneak a dog on the pawn opponent or try to go army. It's a mirror one. So a mirror in a while. Decisions here are even more important than with random civilizations. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. Again, mirrors are about getting these small advantages and just snowballing them over time, because usually the best strategy in a mirror is like very obvious. Like each civ has one thing they definitely go for, and then you get ahead, and then you're cruising your way to victory. Byzantine mirrors are a bit different because they are so versatile, but there's probably going to be a lot of spearmen and skirmishers made no matter what.
Okay. He's going to make the dock a little bit faster than MbL, so small advantage. We have to pay attention to all those details, like he has already the dock almost done, and he will do the fishing ship right away. Well, it's a small advantage already. He will have the fishing ship faster than TaToH, which I like it. He has 5 villas on wood, 4 villas on wood for TaToH only. So different build order, all details matters.
Indeed. Just get that eke out every little bit of a lead you can. We'll have to see how much either of these players want to invest into feudal age, because that's usually a pretty interesting sticking point on this map, because on the one hand, it's not that hard to wall yourself in early on, but on the other hand, you don't have many resources in your base, and especially like you'll hit castle age and you just won't have much gold left. You really need to expand out to the sides. So whoever has that map control going into mid-game is likely going to have a much easier time getting to a better army.
Yeah, let's see what is gonna happen. We have now, as I said, a small difference with the fishing created. You can see 2 already, while already only 30% of the creation for the second one. Doing the loom, and that he has resources to go up. I believe he does. 18 villas, 2 fishing ships. It's gonna go up super quick. And MbL is trying to find the opponent. We'll send villas for. Oh, he's housed. Idle in TC. Ay. Well, it's up 8 seconds at the town center. If TaToH is now going with 0, I prefer TaToH start then, because you go up slower but without any idle. I mean, it's only 8 seconds, but everything matters, right? As we say.
Yep. Every little bit of an advantage you can get is just so critical. Got 2 fishing ships per player. We'll have to see if either choose to add in another one, because this is where you need to start thinking about how you want to spend your wood. Is it going to be with a forward dock? Is it going to be with a barracks and spearmen? And already MbL coming forward with the villager, but TaToH, such beautiful positioning right there. Sees exactly when MbL's Vil is leaving his base.
Spotted, man. I mean, we might think this is luck. Maybe not luck, because he has experience, so he goes there just to try and find if he's going to come from this area, because it's the only way that he can come to this area. And he's sending 2 villas. Ooh, 2 villas. Too risky, no?
2 vills are better than 1 vil. Still, MbL got some nice early hits, but he's going to need to turn right around as soon as he sees the other vils. But MbL himself bringing another vil forward, and it is time to enjoy some peak Age of Empires vil fighting. But that higher HP scout and the faster feudal age time are both going to be big advantages here for MB.
I'm still recovering with the 2 villas is better than 1 or any time to recover, okay? Just give me.
You bring me on for the hard-hitting analysis, right?
Yeah, very deep. Okay, scout down. Oh,
there we go.
I think that the scout hit and didn't die. But now TaToH in troubles. 1 village down. 1 village gonna be down. It is down. He's gonna lose 2 villages down. Whoa, and the scout.
No.
Rough start and double dock.
Whoa. Okay there, homie. Oh, you know what, man? The docks are actually not the right spot, because I guarantee you there's going to be a fire ship that's going to pop between the docks and be stuck.
Well, he can make a palisade there. In that area, in that shallows. If he can do it, then the galley will never get stuck. You know what I mean? Maybe he can build a palisade.
You think so?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I just have that vibe, you know? gonna be a stuck fire ship. But let's see here. One fire ship already out here for TaToH, but again, two bigger than one. It is the theme of this game, everybody. Double the production here for MbL.
One caster better than two. Okay, we keep going. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going now, and let's see now the double dog. Okay, let's see if it's gonna happen. What you say? No, I mean, if you put the guy at point forward, and not being sloppy, you should be fine. MbL is definitely gonna have the advantage, and he's gonna take the fish, and that's kind of huge, honestly. Oh,
MbL scooching around, making sure that the fire ships are getting the maximum amount of damage. Due to several complicated reasons, fire ships can't shoot over each other, so you have to make sure that the fire ships have a clear, I guess, line of sight to the enemy ship. Right now, MbL 5 kills to 1 death. He is looking real strong.
Yeah, he canceled a demo TaToH, so he's giving up the water and makes that TaToH is going for the archery range, going then for the berries and the deers. We were talking about the decisions, and for now, MbL is ahead. Oh my lord, he's taking the fish now. He's gonna do the archery range himself, yes, and MbL is doing the archery range at home. Remember, as we said, all the games left are MbL home maps. It doesn't mean too much because we know that TaToH can play any map, right? But maybe if it's the home maps, maybe he has something prepared, right? He picked those maps very, very early, so and now he's gonna lame the deers. I like it, but there's an archer, so he's gonna be able to lame more. I think he will lame all them. No, he's coming to lure. Nice. Good reaction by TaToH.
Yeah, good stuff there from TaToH. He's going to still have plenty of food income. MbL is actually the one who's a little bit short on it right now. It's getting wheelbarrow. Okay, there's the mill coming in on the side for him as well. But it still could be a bit awkward for MB because TaToH has a better bank. He's closer to Castle Age. And the archers are still going to represent some nice map control. That said, MbL is going to have his own skirmishers coming in, but he still has a lot of surface area he needs to defend.
Yeah, I believe he did wheelbarrow MbL because he was housed. Like, they have been quite a lot of housed both players during the whole series. He's a kind housed, as you can see. Damn, okay, doing more houses.
I refuse to believe MbL has ever been housed, man. Stop with the slander.
Yeah, but the problem here only is not that he's getting idle TC, because sometimes we think that that's the only time that you get idle, or the only thing is that you get idle in the army production, and you want to have army here. Now that you have the advantage, or look to don't throw that advantage.
Well, it is 10 army to 4, but if we consider the fact that 3 of the army is fire ships, 1 is a demo ship, 5 are spearmen, the things that kill enemy archers are a little limited right now. That said, TaToH not getting fletching for his archers. He wants Castle Age, selling his stone to do so.
Damn.
He's going to have an advantage, though.
Super quick up. He's on the way to Castle Age already. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, he's so behind in population, but I believe that now MbL, he saw already the stable. No, if he see the stable, he should think about that his opponent is up. Because why you do stable right now when you see that you have a lot of spear? It has to be because he's up to Castle Age. And that's why he's doing now the market with 3 villiers. And he might go up very soon too. I think he will sell the stone to Orlu. I guess so. Otherwise, he cannot go up.
Honestly, I wouldn't hate if MbL had just made a galley with a forward dock. I mean, look at that gold right there at TaToH's base. It's all he has. Remember, you only have one
he's doing 2
pile of gold.
Orlu.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Good job. Finally, a good comment, Orlu.
You know, broken clock, right twice a day, all that stuff.
Okay, he's moving now. But TaToH smelled this situation, right, Orlu? And he's moving to the other side, to the goal on the left, right? Yeah, it's going there. Okay.
Still, I mean, MbL's being annoying. But at the end of the day, okay, the scout there does indicate that TaToH is going to be making maybe some knights as soon as he hits Castle Age. MbL, in turn, can be making more spearmen. TaToH still going to have access to gold. Could buy back the stone for another TC, but still not really tipping his hand as to what exactly he wants to do just yet.
Yeah, it's not really in time. He has to mine the goal already. He cannot wait for the town center. A stable archery range. Like, population difference is insane. Insane ahead for MbL. So, do you think that having this 1 minute and 20 seconds faster is enough for TaToH to do the job. He's doing bot game, which is great. But it's only 5 archers and 3 skirmishes. Is enough?
I mean,
MbL is going
MbL
back.
skirms are completely unupgraded right now. He's just now building the blacksmith. He's adding in his second stable at home. I suppose he's just going to go for a mixture of knights and camels, but at the very least, TaToH is forcing MbL back. Also, a lot of these fishing ships are going to become pretty inefficient very soon.
Well, they are. Yeah, they're kind of inefficient already. It's only short fish now. But 25 seconds, double stable. The archers are coming. It's not crossbows, but they are with bot game. Then the goal is going to be denied. He forced him to make a tower. That's something good. Because right now, he cannot make extra TCs. So, it's get even a little bit the game here. Still, MbL has a lot more population, but as you mentioned, skirmishers. And a lot of that population is on the water. So, it's kinda useless soon.
Yeah, for his part, MbL needs to go off of gold. Again, you only have the 2 tiles in your base, so MbL having to scooch over to the side. He's even adding a mining camp on the stone. And MbL is going for camels, which, generally speaking, aren't the best versus crossbowmen, but the numbers for TaToH are still quite low. Some skirmishers are running around. They're just going to get killed by a knight. And, basically the game is going to march onward. MbL still with a sizable advantage in terms of economy, though.
Yeah, it does. He's gonna mine a stone now. But careful because the map is completely open and TaToH find MbL. And now the good thing is that he's attacking. It's forcing him to go back again. So he's kind of losing a little bit the initiative of the game. Still have more army in total, but there's some navy that is useless, as we said. Monastery at home, I like it. But if you kill those skirmishers in the middle with those crossbows, it's too many camels, Orlu. Too many camels right now.
That is indeed a lot of camels. The skirms are just going to do whatever little bit they can to help out. Even the fire galley going to say, hey, look, I'm helping. And the crossbowmen getting picked off by these random skirmishers. Every little bit matters as TaToH getting pushed further and further back. And if he gets forced off that gold, that is going to be a total disaster for him.
Yeah, he's getting clean. TaToH has no army. It's game. GG, guys. Oh my god. MbL in this one has dominated TaToH big time in the mirror game. With the better decision, MbL. Total domination by MbL. You can never count out with MbL. And here, it was brutal, man. Seriously.
And you know what? That's exactly what we want to see from MbL, right? Not tilting, not getting rattled, not giving up because he's not as prepared as TaToH. Just playing his game, getting in the early Vil fights, executing that properly, going forward, getting these leads, and then taking good fights. This is what MbL does. He was very successful in that game, and it won't be a complete reverse sweep, but still, he's going to get a little bit of that momentum back.
In this one, I will say that he looked prepared, because he did react really, really well. 3-2, and now only 2 maps left. Northern Islands and Nomad. Northern Islands and Nomad, and Northern Islands is the next one. I'm going to play a nut, guys, so you don't get ads in the middle of the games. Northern Islands. Usually we will say that TaToH is the favorite here, but we're going to see Armenians versus the Vikings, I guess. Right?
I would be surprised to see anything else. Now, I am in the family of Armenians are the best civ on anything that looks like a full water map, but, MbL, #1 pick Vikings, we saw him do that in the set versus TaToH where he got sergeanted, so maybe he just didn't really get to develop his strategy, but, clearly MbL has something prepared.
Yeah, but by the way, the thing here is, Slash, hidden pick, is he gonna use it? TaToH. In what map?
Yeah, you're not using Slavs on Nomad, that's for sure.
You see? So at the end, remember when I was skeptical about the Slavs in the hidden pick? And then he's not gonna use it. Which is crazy. No?
I don't think Slavs are still not bad. I think you just picked them instead of Romans, and the draft looks a little bit different. But it's TaToH hasn't had any bad civs for his map, so his draft is still fine. He's gonna have Lithuanians for Nomad. That's great.
Okay, well that's not a problem for sure. The game didn't start, right?
I don't believe so. Oh, nope.
The thing is, they
left the lobby.
Is saying Northern Ireland versus TaToH, but I don't see TaToH in the dashboard.
Yeah, I don't see anything either. Okay, I see a lobby again, TaToH hosting.
Okay, it's there now. Good. Good. Okay, hopefully, guys, you enjoy. And let's see the domination. A lot of viewers. We have 4,500 on Twitch, I see, and 1,500 on YouTube. That's a total of 6K, which is great. And more viewers also in other channels. And hopefully we'll get more and more for the rest of the day, and the most important also for the final weekend. But this is game 6, Mr. Orlu, and no surprise, Armenians and the Vikings.
We got the old school Galley Rush Civ and the new school Galley Rush Civ.
But I feel
Let's do this.
I feel that there's gonna be landing. Do you feel that they are going to play water only? I don't think so. I expect something wild.
Yeah, not on a map where you start with a transport ship. It's just way too easy to land and throw off your opponent. But still, like, I mean, if this goes late, I mean, Armenians should clobber Vikings on the water in the late game, especially you getting all of those extra relics with the warrior priests. And I mean, I just think Armenians are insane on water maps.
Why you think, Orlu, that people, when he's watching on YouTube and they love to watch on YouTube, why you think that they don't thumb up on YouTube? That is absolutely free. Do you think it's because they forget? Because they're lazy? Why do you think is the reason? Because they don't really like at all, or because they don't thumb up when their favorite player is not winning? What is the reason? What do you think, Orlu?
I think people just aren't bothered, and you know, it's like, oh, well, I could thumbs up, but nah.
Okay, so
laziness,
just lazy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. 1.5K viewers, 500 likes. So that means 1,000 doesn't like the.
Oh, that is true. You do need to be logged in to have a like, and maybe you're not on an account that you do that normally with.
Oh, and maybe many are watching on a TV. How you can thumb up on a TV? Can you?
I don't think you can. Maybe with a smart TV.
Right? Yeah. You got a point. Anyway, guys, we're talking about this because we're filling the time till they get into game number 6. Let's go. Orlu, game 6 again. Close series. Really OP gameplay. And MbL as a red. TaToH as a yellow. Okay? Because the galley is here, amigo. We cannot see it properly. And as a yellow in the north. They start with a transport ship. And I would like to see something wild soon. I hope so. Anyway, am I at game number 7, Orlu? In Nomad.
I mean, I know I'd be happy. I love me some Nomad.
Okay.
I don't like playing it in 1v1s, but it can still be very exciting.
I mean, it will be absolutely crazy, you know? Absolutely crazy. I know, guys, that the goal is ambitious, but can we reach that goal? Well, who knows, right? Because remember that if we get that goal that they have there, we will finish the tournament, and if we get that goal, we announce another tournament. How it sound to you? If we get the goal, we announce another tournament before finish this one. Sick. But we need to get the goal. It's what it is.
Sure.
It is what it is. And that tournament, you will like it a lot, Orlu. I can tell you.
Well, I'm just a sucker for AoE tournaments, so I'm easy to please.
Do you like team game tournaments?
Yes, I do actually.
No more telling. No more I'm telling. Okay, look at now the dog at the back. Dog at the back, goal on the left, 5 is on wood. And well, standard build order. Would you prefer here, by the way? We didn't talk about that. The old-fashioned Vikings or the new Armenians? New in quotes, because that has been a while there.
I mean, it's the power creeping Civ versus the power crept Civ. I honestly think Armenians are just better than Vikings. I think MbL needs to have something special here because Armenians have the better land army. They have an eco. I mean, Vikings have a sick eco, but the free wheelbarrow and handcart is mostly useful for farming, whereas the better mule cart upgrades for Armenians and the cheaper mule carts are better for wood income, which is obviously more relevant for water maps.
But that reason is why I
yeah.
think Vikings should go landing.
Yeah.
Create chaos.
But like,
Create some chaos.
but are Vikings the best landing civ in the world? I mean, you don't have bloodlines for scouts. You have terrible monks. You don't have husbandry in the mid game.
Well, but let's talk about feudal landing. Like create some chaos, then you make some forward dock, and then try to do something from there. I mean, you cannot go standard gameplay, in my opinion, against Armenians, because on water, the longer the game goes, Armenians will destroy the Vikings the most. So you need to try to create some critical situation there, or not. I mean, to do something.
Well, TaToH is actually going to be the one who's sending villagers forward here. I mean, Armenians themselves are a very good landing civ. Just have a strong early eco. It's true that you don't... I mean, you have a bonus for galleys, not fire ships, so you want to be making galleys if possible, but you can still just go fire ships just fine. You do have bloodlines for your scouts if you really want to commit to a full feudal age play.
Hello? He saw it.
Yep.
I mean,
well,
it went into
he had
the
vision
LOS.
of it. We don't know if he saw
exactly.
it.
Yeah. Well, I think TaToH is going to make a forward dock with those layers. Not like he's going to land. You know what I mean? Forward at the back of MbL base.
And I think this makes a lot of sense, right? Because if you're looking at, okay, my opponent's playing as Vikings, they want to get the galley numbers going, but you need a little bit of time to do that. That's why Vikings will almost always back dock on a map like this. But that doesn't really help you if the fire ships are right next to you. Then you don't have the time you want to start massing up your galleys. MbL, for his part, though, is adding in a second and third dock forward, so it is still going to be for the galley rush. But TaToH, his own dock is in the back, so he's just fine.
Now I'm going to check if he's going to notice that the scout is already inside, because that scout, if he see it, he might create some paranoid, panic.
Scout, is it going in the right direction? Is it just going to chase the scout of his opponent, though? Yeah, it is. So I think MbL might not have seen... Well, I mean, even so, like, the transport ship could have just had the scout in it. It's not like just because you see the transport ship, you know your opponent has villagers in it.
True. Well, at the end, he did double dock at the back, and then MbL can just move the fish.
Speaking of fish, though, TaToH does have one more. MbL got one on the way. And the thing is, as Feudal Age develops, the galley mass is going to be a lot stronger than a fire galley mass. Just the ships scale a lot better. So it's not like it's bad for MbL right now, but yeah, he's certainly going to need to move his fish in the short run.
Yeah, well, but he did TaToH, which is great. He's going to see the galleys come soon. He will need to move. And then, as you mentioned, when he mass the galleys, he's going to force also TaToH to move his fish in the north. And just look how TaToH is now being a little bit paranoid too, walling everything, because he thinks that MbL is landing. But MbL is not landing.
Nope. And you can be pretty confident that, okay, you're playing Vikings, my opponent's playing Armenians. They're not going to think I'm just going to go for a full-blown regular water play, but, I mean, you can still catch your opponent off guard. Yes, the fire galleys are going to go to town on those fishing ships. They're going to need to retreat. TaToH's own fishing ships are working now, but TaToH's still making fire galleys in the back, so it's not like his fish boom is enormous behind this.
He's not. He has only 4 fishing ships, 5, but obviously their fishing ships are working. Well, now MbL is not working. He's going to have fletching in a moment, and with those galleys and fletching, he's going to kill the fire galleys. I believe.
For
Don't
sure.
lose the scout. Don't lose the scout, MbL. Okay, he noticed.
There you go.
Go on, sorry.
Oh, no problem. Galleys, not going to be attacking the forward galleys. Going to instead just try and go to the back of his opponent's base. There are 2 fire galleys, but, I mean, we're looking at 4 galleys here with fletching. You can start to shoot and scoot away at your opponent's navy, but it's still going to take time. I mean, the fire galleys don't die immediately, and TaToH's food eco is looking significantly better. He's already 200 resources collected ahead.
Okay, but the galleys are coming now. He should kill, and he's going to try to kill the fish. He can't because he's going away. He's going to have another fire galley. I think he should kill the galley now. I think this is a mistake by MbL. He need to kill it. And he's doing now.
Indeed.
Got it. Gonna kill another. This is not Byzantine fire galleys, but it's 4 versus 2. He's gonna kill some fish. No. Need to go away.
Yeah, just focus down the enemy navy. You are at 8 galleys right now to 6 fire galleys. In the middle of the map, you have MbL needing to micro on 2 fronts at once. He's getting his fishing ships back to work. But still, TaToH's eco is insanely good right now. He's grabbing the market and could be hitting a devastatingly strong Castle Age time.
Yeah, it's... let's see what is going to be... Oh, But look at the Echo, man. As you mentioned, still no buildings. He's doing now the market and then the blacksmith. He did the market. And this is happening because at the end, all these fishing ships has been idle, Orlu. So
Exactly.
he relocated them, but they were not working, right?
And Viking Eco at this point is not really that exciting. I mean, the free wheelbarrow is just mostly faster working farmers. It's only a minor eco bonus for every other resource you collect. So that compared to the supercharged double bit axe and the cheaper mule carts, it is just better for Armenians. A little bit of market usage coming in for TaToH. He's going to click up to Castle Age as soon as the blacksmith is done. There we go. Castle Age on the way for him. And MbL's going to need to start to group up his galleys, as I think one fire ship went down.
He need to kill
Or,
something.
one galley to the
He need to kill something because the timing, the momentum here for TaToH is just so good. So good. I feel that this is not the greatest. Raythork, thank you, man. Awesome. Well, it's still not too far from going up, and he's gonna click it. He has double the Navy, actually. So, can he hold? Even if he's gonna be... Well, I think he can hold, actually. Yeah, he's gonna go up.
Yeah.
He's
He
up
did
already.
have to sell his stone to do so. TaToH, though, is already 1,200 resources ahead. Oh my goodness. Oh, no, never mind. I'm sorry.
No.
Forces.
No,
I
no,
can't.
no.
I can't read numbers. Reading numbers is hard. I thought that was absurd.
I was like, where's the 200, man? 200, man.
I never got past pre-calc.
And
man.
now
It's-
look, and now look, all the fish is gone. One down. Well, not all. He put one at the back. He could move it. He's gonna kill that galley. Got it. This is not looking that bad for MbL, honestly.
He's got an archery range coming up at home as well, just making sure that he is playing safe. TaToH does have 3 fishing ships in the back of his base. The economies are actually much closer, and TaToH forced to sail around. I mean, yes, the Castle Age timing is going to be very nice. There are 10 fire ships on the field, and what will soon be proper fire ships. I mean, he's going to try and do as much damage as he can right now. He's going to need to scooch back once War Galley is in. But even once War Galley is in, you can still just sail away with your
He's
galleys.
fine.
Galleys are faster than fire ships.
Oh, look, MbL is fine. He has so many galleys. He's gonna kill now the fish. He's killing another one. He's gonna take one more. And now he's gonna take the second. And now he's gonna kill all those galleys. He got a lot more navy. He's gonna do the War Galley upgrade, but doesn't matter because this is 16 galleys. And now he's doing arches. With the arches, I don't know if he should transport or kill those buildings that are there because you don't want to have some siege war shop. That's pretty crazy. Ooh, sick support, guys. Thank you, man. Okay, look at those galleys there. Oh boy, look at the fire ship there. Yeah, population is still ahead for MbL, and now when he get all the galleys together, he's gonna take those fire galleys. Of course, he's taking some fishing ship, but well, he's still gonna be able to hold now, I believe. Look at this. Kill all the
Notably
Navy.
not getting the War Galley upgrade, just switching right into the longboat. That does feel like a little bit of a mistake. I mean, I guess you're just going to try and trade away your galleys as best as possible, but... Well, Castle Age ships are better than Feudal Age ships.
Yeah, well, he has Botkin.
Yeah?
He's now doing a lot of arches. I think he's gonna try to land. That's why he's not doing. Probably he want to make the crossbow upgrade. But well, he's doing longboat. As you mentioned, and this is... Look at the Navy. Look at the Navy for MbL. Oh, the demo! Oh, yay! Well, he saved it. He saved it. Didn't kill so many. And 21-7, he's gonna try now to attack.
That's another demo, though, ma'am.
Okay. That's another demo, but still, he killed them all. Now he needs to land. Because he has a lot of Navy. It's true that with the Vikings, maybe you make a couple of TCs and you are fine because you got the hand card. What is this? Orlu, who is winning this?
I still like TaToH's spot a bit more. His eco is going to be exceptionally better going forward. MbL has a nice navy, but like he's not really in a position to threaten TaToH. Even if he just walks across the map, or sails across the map, I guess, with a transport ship, like what damage can he realistically just do with some archers and bodkin? Armenians are really good at defending. You've got those fortified churches. TaToH's already picking up relics. And I'm just trying to see where MbL is going to get any damage done without falling even further behind economically.
Yeah, and 2 farmers now. It's 2 farmers, man. One thing is that you have the hand carded, man. Oh, probably he's gonna try to go all in, but I will send some villages probably too. As you mentioned, all the archers doesn't look like the greatest, right? So, I don't know. Let's see. How many longboats? 6 longboats. There is the galleys. He need to kill the fish that he has at the back. Oh, man. And now he's gonna take the relics. He has a charge here. This is gonna be annoying. Bozo, horse collar. This is gonna be very, very annoying. He's taking the relics probably. And maybe he's gonna even transport. That's why he has the transport there. Oh, he can't transport actually. He got so many longboats here. Oh, look at the demo. Oh my god! My goodness! The Badaboom by TaToH there killed absolutely everything. Sick! He took all the navy. All the navy here by TaToH. Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, look. React,
Classic.
man. React. My goodness. Classic TaToH, I know, but holy moly.
I'm just shaking my head, man. It is, that is just some TaToH stuff right there. He's getting Sanctity. He's got defensive monks. Those archers are not going to do anything. Oh, man. Like, TaToH still doesn't have an army, right? Or navy. He doesn't really have much of either of those things, but his eco is so good that it really doesn't matter. His defenses are very strong.
Well, he's taking the fish now. He has 59 abilities, 45. Now he's doing a tone center. And he has a siege shop also with the mangonel. So MbL has to be careful. Really careful. He's doing towers. Okay. But he has no economy, man. MbL has 2 farmers only. He's buying resources. Doing more towers to defend. But he needs to attack. He really needs to attack to TaToH. The score is still almost the same. MbL need to do some magic. Really need a magic because it's starting to be so big difference economically talking. I don't know what you think. Crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of getting out of hand, in fact, in favor of TaToH. Already 2.2k resources ahead. MbL just no food income. He's got water control, but he's not really able to add any fish with it. Yeah, it's... I'm just struggling to see a win condition right now for MbL. Like, okay, you have water control right now. That's great. But, like, what does this actually give you? TaToH's the one who's pushing on the land.
I don't know.
And it's just, of course, TaToH in general, I think, is just going to be much more experienced and comfortable on a map like this in general. But, I mean, we're still needing to see something here from MbL, as just a bunch of longboats sailing around is not going to win you the game if TaToH hits Imp significantly faster.
He's gonna take that one. This is redemption. Okay. Ay. Well, he's gonna make another tower.
Obviously have such better monks as Armenians than Vikings do. The longboats are sailing around the back, though, but they are shooting uphill. You have to be super careful about the mangonels, which are attacking downhill.
Okay. Well, but he's taken. He's gonna kill those. It's many longbows. You need to micro properly. He's doing the job. Mangonel is there. He's gonna kill the monks. I like it. This is a good job.
Beautiful micro.
Oh yeah, this is a really good job. The score is still very close. And the good thing in these kind of maps is like, oh, good dancing. That was nice, huh? That was very nice. Still not taking it. Microing on the water like crazy. He's coming with another mangonel. Not really. He's gonna take the siege war shop. You need to micro a lot, killing the villager now, and still doing the job here. At home, he's completely fine. TaToH. He has 82
but now the fire
villages.
ships are out. TaToH gets a 1-for-0 mangonel kill. Maybe MbL can get that guy. He does. It's another mangonel queued up. There are 14 longboats left on the field. The fire ship numbers are actually climbing, and TaToH still has, more working fishing ships than his opponent, despite MbL's ostensible water control. So, I mean, he's still got a villa here with which to repair. I still think TaToH's fine.
No, I mean, he's fine. He has a lot more villages as well, But you know that the Vikings, I mean, and to finish the game is difficult in a map like this. The problem is that TaToH has the advantage with the echo, and then with Dromons, you can't reach everything, man. You can really reach everything.
As soon as you hit it, Armenians have great Dromons with their extra projectile.
And the monks.
That was a fast conversion.
Yeah, for the standards, it definitely was. And ladies and gentlemen, look at now the resources. I only think that Vikings is not the best option for nowadays water maps, right? Or look, they are not the best civilization on water anymore. Not by far.
Well, actually, no. Vikings are fine. It's just they're not as good as Armenians because no sim is as good as Armenians in a map like this.
Okay.
Now, that said, you don't have fast fire ships with Armenians, so TaToH will need to switch over into the galley line.
Uh-oh. He's gonna take some village there. Oh, he's taking some village. The castle is there. Okay. But being up to Imperial now, TaToH is gonna be very, very close to being the semifinals. And who's he gonna be waiting in semifinals? The winner between Sebastian and Winchester. I'm telling this because, I mean, if MbL is a fighter, the difference in the population is really big. And he has also the better civ. How TaToH can lose this game now, Orlu?
Yeah, 4 relics as well have been working for him for a long time. He's grabbing careening. He's still making fire ships, which I'm not a big fan of. Again, they just aren't going to scale that well into the Imperial Age. Gonna want to be more focused on the galley line or demo ships or both. Yeah, I thought this was the winner versus Hera Leary. Okay.
Oh, it's Hera Leary. It's Hera Leary. It's true. I don't know. I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's completely wrong because we also put the brackets that the ones who play, they play the same day. Well, I don't know why I say Sebastian Winchester. Yeah, I was like, yeah. Well, I'm thinking so many things at the same time. Forgive me, guys.
No worries
Definitely
at all.
the winner between the next series. That's why they are playing in the same day, obviously. Yeah. Okay.
Imp is closing in here for TaToH, getting some relevant galley line upgrades. MbL is dropping this TC in the middle of the map, and that is certainly one way you can maybe squeeze out a comeback. But yeah, it's just TaToH has so many more resources, guys. It's got 3,000 more wood, 2,000 more gold, 3,000 more food.
But look at the Navy. He can get time right now. He need to clean this area at home, and MbL is about to go up, and the population is not so behind. The problem is heavy demolition ship, Sicilian fleet that is what affecting to those demos. Now block printing as well. And still, he's there with the fortified charge, with the siege war shot, being annoying. He's been unable to clean this. Maybe now in Imperial with the threats we will. And well, he has the TC in the middle of the map, which is always nice. But when the Dromos appear there, what the hell, Mr. Orlu?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I actually think that the heavy demos in general just are insanely strong in late game on any water map, but especially here with Armenians, with Cilician fleet locked in, just have a redonkulously huge blast radius. 4.2 blast radius. That is over 8 tiles diameter.
That's really insane. That's really insane. Okay, we keep going and see it's 20 population more. 20 population more for TaToH still, maybe more for MbL. And MbL is gonna be in Imperial in a moment. Let's see if he's gonna be able to do the job. MbL and hold and go for the next game. But check the resources in the bank also. Not only that he's in Imperial. Oh, look at the resources for TaToH. My goodness.
Yeah, the castle will buy a little bit of time here for MbL, but of course with Armenians, there are a Drummond civ. You just immediately start producing Drummonds. No chemistry upgrade needed, and that's exactly what TaToH's going to do when he's not busy being housed.
My goodness, the Dromos appear, man. The Dromos kill the castle. There's another castle here. It's gonna be in Imperial MbL in a moment, but damn, he's 30 villages behind. Still with more navy, but you're gonna see how it's gonna be so difficult. How many Lambos do you need here to dominate? Well, he has a lot actually. 52 already. And MbL no ballistic. No ballistic.
You need to get a lot of upgrades, so you got Dry Dock even coming in here for TaToH, getting all the relevant upgrades. Notably though, guys, remember that Armenians did lose shipwright, so their ships aren't actually as wood efficient as Vikings are in the long run. Vikings also don't have shipwright, but they have the wood discount, which basically makes up for it, generally speaking.
The same, basically. Like they had, right? So it's gonna make one.
Well, they don't have the faster production speed with shipwright, which is really nice to have. But I mean, you get the 20% wood discount.
Second castle, MbL had the limit of the resources to make a lead longboat. Second castle in the middle, the Dan Drummond already taking the town center. The range is 15 range. Man, is Siege Honest on water, Orlu?
Yeah, and of course, remember, you get that extra projectile, which is kind of like a built-in siege engineers for your Armenian Drummons. They get 1 extra range with Cilician Fleet, which like you get both the effects of siege engineers, and they are just going to go after the TC so quickly. I mean, the castle you can buy sometime. There's obviously tons and tons of stone to mine here in the middle of the map, but this is just not a great situation. MbL just needs more and more time. You also need to research Bogsveigar to get the extra attack for your longboats, which is a kind of random change they did a while ago. But still, you're kind of getting there.
Look at the castle, man. He's taking the castle with the Dromons. He's not repairing. He has the trap that he will try to shoot the Dromons, I believe.
Yeah, might not have
He's not even repairing. I mean, he's waiting. He just want to get time with that castle. Elite Longbows are going to be there. Didn't make the castle take, as you mentioned. But these Elite Longbows and no navy to stop TaToH army. Or TaToH Navy? No Carini, by the way. Oh, God. Okay, the demos are coming. Let's see the micro. Oh, okay, it's microing well.
That's actually kind of weird micro from TaToH, but you also have the Drummonds, which are really good against the longboats, which are all clumped up. Kind of how the unit works.
Yeah, but the demos are not doing anything. The demos are really not doing anything. Okay.
But MbL just has to be so absurdly efficient here. Oh, Drummonds are actually a little out of position.
Uh-oh, he's gonna lose them.
All right.
MbL is still doing a really good job, trying to do his best, of course. Needs some average still. Carini should be great. There's another castle there. MbL is a fighter, and he's gonna keep trying because he really want to be in game number 7. And let's see if he's gonna be able to make the comeback. Carini incoming. He's gonna make all the average as well. The Vikings, as we say, doesn't need a lot of economy. He would now want Lombard in front to out-micro him. And right now, MbL is playing well. Really well, I would say.
He needs to be playing this well if he wants any hope in this game. But now come the demos, and they are both fun and interactive to fight against.
Oh, look at those. Oh, man, look at those. My goodness.
Oh, no.
They kill a lot, man. They are just broken, Orlu.
I really think that heavy demos in general are broken in late game water maps. It's just like it requires so much attention and micro to fight them, and all you need to do is just patrol across the map with them.
Yeah, he's doing some Berserk is that calm. MbL keep trying, but okay, now he's doing the average Bogsveigar, or whatever is the pronunciation. He's gonna be in all those. He's still not even repairing the castle, so he didn't, let's say, waste any stone. He's bringing more values, okay. Gonna have the upgrades. He has now the Carini, he has Navy, but TaToH has a lot of Navy now. A lot of Navy. Also, Drommonds, 12 heavy demolition ship, and 8 more in the queue. That's sick. Well, Berserkers are killing the Warrior Priest, but look at those demos. He's scanned the trap himself.
Yeah, there's literally nothing you can do at this point.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it is actually comically over
destroyed,
right now.
Fully destroyed, and right now TaToH is in the semi-final from Warlords 3 edition. GG! Congratulations! Good luckness! TaToH is there, and he will wait. Sebastian and no, Hera and Leary. Okay, Hera and Leary. My goodness. Hera or Leary, not both. Definitely not both. And yeah, feels sad here for MbL in the game 6, but it feels that it's impossible in this matchup.
Yeah, MbL, I think it's the wrong strategy for the Civ. You need to be playing something weird, something aggressive. MbL does that whole thing well. TaToH is, of course, super far ahead economically anyway, with a better late game Civ. And just the better, cleaner, more well-rounded player, just kind of like what we expected at the beginning of the series. Still well played from MbL. Definitely a solid result for him in the tournament, but TaToH, well-deserved.
Explain why you don't ban Armenians, right?
No idea.
You don't ban Armenians.
Like, you can still pick them first.
Or pick yourself at the end, you know? Or pick yourself at the end. That's definitely crazy. Definitely crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go interview Mr. TaToH, and I'll be back to you in a moment, Mr. Orlu, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, guys, here we are with the winner. And now, big congratulations, TaToH semi-final already.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I mean, in the semifinals already, which is always great feeling, right? Being again in a top 4 in a S-tier tournament, you know?
Yeah, for sure. It feels good. After the Hidden Cup disaster, I can redeem myself a little bit.
Okay, why disaster?
I lost first round.
But well, you know, this can happen, you know. This can happen. It's to make you come back and be more hype even now for you and your followers, no? You cannot be
Yeah, for sure.
always winning, you know. Anyway, let's see what are we going to talk. I mean, did you feel you played today? I like to ask this because the player know better than anyone. You know, if you have played your best today, how do you feel about your performance today?
I'm not sure in my best, but I think I played solid. So yeah, I'm happy with my performance.
La Madness Romance versus Gujaras.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that matchup?
I actually don't know in Imperial, but I felt like I will have advantage in the Feudal and Castle Age. So I just needed to have a good lead then, and then should be in my favor. But on Imperial, I have no idea how will have gone. I guess it depends if he can mass chakrams and such. Because then, when you don't have bombard cannons and you are facing bombard cannon shifts, can be a bit annoying. And I only have infantry and cavalry. So yeah, I think late game Gurjara should be better. But if you have a good lead, you should be able to beat them.
Honestly, one of the things that, in my opinion, I think you have played great is one game that you lost, and it's the game second, because after he's probably surprised you with those light cats because you probably didn't expect those light cats, right? And the scorpions.
Actually, kind of expected that he will do something there because he knew that I had the villagers.
Okay.
And I thought I sent one spearman there, or not to the middle to see if I had something he was building there. I didn't expect him from the middle. I was expecting more from his base, but yeah, I think it was a really good move by him. It was kind of as well my mistake, but he punished me perfect.
It's crazy how you try to rate him all the time, and even like that, how difficult it is to come back in these kind of situations, right?
Yeah, I was probably like 8-9 villages behind, right? So
yeah.
And he knew that, so he added TC earlier. I guess at some point I was like 30 villages behind or even more. I don't know. And it was really hard.
It wasn't that many. It was like 20 something, but then you kill it a lot, but still he was grabbing a lot of resources. So yeah, it was obviously a fun game for the viewers. Don't think it's so fun for you when you see those bomber cannons, bomber tower, the Janissas. How you can stop that? I mean, how is it possible?
I don't think you can. At that point, I think the game is over, and MbL knows how to use Turks, bombard cannons, bombard BBT is really, really good. I have seen him doing that a lot of times in tournaments. So at that point, I knew it was over. You need a lot of seats and bank, like a good gold bank, and I didn't have it. So yeah, it was over.
The Alpine God versus Teutons, were you afraid against Teutons? Like, I was talking with Orlo and like, well, if the game is close, Teutons could have answers for gods, but you didn't let your opponent that the game was close. You were going, I would say, quite aggressive in a map like that.
Yeah, like Teutons is tricky. And I don't know, I think he has potential on that map to counter Goth, but at the same time, like if Goth can do something with the small advantage they get on because of the hunt on the early game, maybe you can carry on a bit more. And also, like if you can abuse the hunt because he doesn't have that much mobility, it is a bit trickier for Teutons. They want to farm though, and I think he did a really good job farming with those cheap farms because I kind of harassed his woodline a lot. So
yeah,
I don't know what happened that game because we lost few villagers.
It's chaotic.
I guess
it's chaotic.
It's chaotic.
Oh, like, it's chaotic. That is impossible to analyze. Maybe you rewatch later and say, oh my God, what happened here? You know, like chaotic. Anyway, the lowland, how happy from 0 to 10 were you when you denied that forward castle from him, close to your base? I believe that I don't know if you felt in that moment that you got the game there. You remember the second castle that he was going forward to you?
I think it was a bit optimistic from him because
Yeah.
he only had 4 villas, right? And 4 or 5, I don't remember. So, and he didn't have that much army. And I was preparing already shuttles. I'm not sure if he saw my castle. Maybe he didn't. No, he should have seen, right?
He saw. That's why I was surprised also.
Then I think it's a mistake from him to do the castle there because he should have expected me to do shuttles, right? And then I could have denied that. So I think it was more like he mistaken rather than something that I did good.
And in the mirror games that can happen in this tournament, right? When you get those 2 villages down and denied that you felt that you can still come back there?
No. If he plays his right from that point, right? And he did all the right moves. So yeah, I feel like at that point it was over. It was my mistake then, and he already passed me. Like he did a good job sending the second villager, and then the 1 village faster uptime helped him a lot there. Yeah, it was a good play by him, and obviously it was kind of hard to come back from at that point.
I didn't.
And also I deleted a villager as well later. So
it
was
really okay.
Everything was a disaster.
And in the last game, do we have to talk a lot about the demos or about the Armenians? I mean, Armenian is in another level. Let's say over Vikings, I believe that is so difficult against Armenians there, right? You feel confident with that matchup?
Yeah, I feel confident, and that's why I was expecting him to pick Northern Islands and play Vikings, and I feel like Armenians are a really good counter to them. Although now they don't have Seabright, and I forgot kind of because I think it's from the last patch.
Yeah.
And I was banking food to research it, and then I found out that they don't have it. So it was a bit sad at the point. I had to sell a lot of food. But yeah, I think Armenians, those demos are still super strong, probably a bit OP even. And when Armenia was open, I really decided to go for them.
Well, if you forget about the shipwright, then I feel good as a caster because I forget several stuff too. It's so complicated with so many patches, so many civilizations, everything. TaToH, you are in the top 4, and now the hard question, right? Because you have a teammate potential. I mean, look how he smiled already. You know what is coming, right?
It is.
You know what is coming. You know, a potential teammate or a player that is not very easy to beat, like Leary as well. Because the next series you're gonna enjoy now, probably watch it, right?
Yeah, I will go on the bike, and I will be watching.
Okay.
And really interesting matchup.
No, the listen. No, the listen.
I actually don't mind because if like Leary beats Hera, that's as well as super scary, right? So yeah. I think both of them are super hard to beat, and let's see what we can. I will watch the games and might the best win.
If you want to say anything in Spanish, because most of your fans, you know, that are Spanish, and many support you and many are watching right now, lo que quieras, TaToH. Lo que quieras para tu comunidad.
I will say it in English, it's fine. Thank you so much, everyone, for supporting me. I will try my best on the semifinals. Now it's time to watch Hera versus Leary, who is my potential opponent. So I have to take notes and prepare for it.
Okay, since they understand everything in English and I don't want to translate in Spanish, now you can say in Spanish if you want. Come on.
Muchas gracias a todos por apoyarme. Ha sido una serie bastante interesante con MbL. Siempre es un placer jugar contra él, la verdad. En torneos. En ranked no tanto. pero eso, que vamos a ver qué tal Leary contra Hera y a ver que ir tomando notas un poco de lo que están haciendo, a ver si se puede preparar algo.
Suerte, TaToH. Enhorabuena. Congratulations.
Muchas gracias, man. Que vaya bien el stream.
Take care. Gracias, tío.
Chao.
Ciao, TaToH. And I'm going to go with Orlu, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. TaToH is so cool, as you all know. So cool.